Kristen likes Lumberjanes and Steven. Jess likes to grow Jimmy Olsen. And you're in luck, because they're ahead.
Heyo!
I think Jess just dropped exactly at that moment. Well, hello. Welcome. Sadly, I'm not Omnicat, so I had to
What did I
disappoint
just do there?
you. No idea.
Sorry.
The timing was hilarious because you were getting ready to take down your mask and then you just left.
Yeah, okay, so
Amazing. Great, really solid footing to start off on.
I am Omnidog, and sitting in for Omnicat is Earth-1, Jess, and I pulled a Maddie. Has Maddie done this before? Oh, Maddie's that must be Jess one. Whoop. Where there she is. So it must be Earth-1 Jess. I guess if she has to choose. I'm quite sure.
If she has to choose. But luckily,
you're my favorite Jess too. I am full of self-loathing, so you're my favorite Jess anyway. So Kryptonite Kids here, welcome. Saz Murph, Reaper here, welcome. Sorry, Jess, Omar let us out of class late. Yeah, I had to go in there and pay him $2 to finish his show. That's tradition now that I go in there and yell at him. And he makes fun of me back, so it's perfect. Let's see. Reaper Logan's here. Nice. Yeah, James, go ahead and clip that. That's fine with me. Kitty Ma, hi.
Oh,
Karsten,
the dogs
welcome.
were so cute.
Oh, Pitty Ma's? Yeah. I think Pitty Ma, do you only have two? Maybe I'm confusing you with Voracious Reader, who I know has three. I thought maybe Pitty Ma had three, but maybe she's only got maybe she only has two. Obviously, if she'd show three, if she had three.
I was gonna say the third one is like eyeing her from in the corner of the room, like, why did you leave me out?
Yeah. Why am I not in the picture? Yo, welcome, Muhammad. Hello, Max. And sorry I didn't get back to your Facebook question. I'm doing fine today. Thank you.
Listen,
I appreciate.
While we're apologizing to Max, I still have not gone to see Heretic, but the second I get out of the theater, I will be messaging you about it. I tried to watch it this week, but I just couldn't manage it scheduling wise. So I'm hopeful it'll be soon.
Is this a horror movie that we're talking about?
Yeah, it's horror starring Hugh Grant. So a real mix.
Not a Hugh Grant fan.
Well, I bet he's playing a different character than he normally plays in every other movie. I
will say that Paddington 2 was his Mona Lisa, his Wuthering Heights, rather, his Gone with the Wind, Citizen Kane, whatever. He was brilliant in Paddington 2. I thought
those
he was.
Movies rule.
I've only seen 2. Everybody said just watch 2, ignore 1, and then Paddington 3. I know. Hey, I'm just telling you what the chat tells me.
2 is perfect, but 1 is delightful. And I don't know why you would drop yourself. It's not a bad movie. But Paddington in Peru is one of my most anticipated upcoming films. I would be lying
and that is a great way to refer to Omar now as Paddington. So Paddington goes back home to Peru. Omar. Jeremy, Lane Wayne. That's right. We just got done. You just got done with the Lane Wayne show, probably. That's a old thing from Omar from Omnibros. Zoybean, welcome. Rahul, welcome. I already answered your question. Hey, Labruski. And but Kane sadly can't after necessity shopping. It's not even fun shopping. Happy Saturday, Kane. Loyal viewer. What's that?
I love the clarification. Necessity shopping.
Yeah, not fun shopping. That's too bad. Studio P4 VA. Good afternoon. Starscream. Good afternoon, Alex. I hear this is the place from Bobby where you can score a Transformers the movie vinyl, but some Jess guy is foolishly offloading us from his LP collection, all according to the Uncanny Omar. I gave him that, which I referred to as crappy pop. I gave him that crappy pop album years ago. I think that was his first visit, 2018, in the old house. Yeah. Ooh, bar. Oh, she missed you, Jessica.
Bar.
Jessica fan.
I missed you, Bar, and I was just watching your Wonder Woman stream with Maddie on replay the other day, and I was like, I should re-download my Discord so I can chat with Bar and catch up. You know, I don't like multiple apps, so if I re-download something, it's all for you. That's for sure.
Well, you can talk to her in my Discord. She's very vocal there.
Oh,
Actually, she's not.
I believe it. But the problem is I don't like having more chats to check, no matter what the app is. I'm like, just, but for Bar, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, I'm just hosting Jessica today, obviously. Your Goodreads is killing me. We need to talk more often. What does she mean your Goodreads is killing me? Does she think you're not reading the things you should be, or she's jealous of how much you read?
It's probably a combination.
Not enough women, not enough lesbians. What is she talking about?
She'll never be disappointed on that end for sure. But
even I read that stuff.
There's actually a book Bar was like begging people to read that is very close to the top of my list right now, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's something Sister, the last sister, the only sister. But I finally have a copy, so I'll be catching up soon. Bar, you'll know what I'm talking about.
And this is prose.
Yes. Although I did read, and Bar, on your stream, you said your copy hadn't come, but I hope to talk to Jess for a second about.
I just filed that in my new Harley's to read. Have you read that?
I have, so we can briefly touch on it with no spoilers later. But Bar, I'm hoping your copy comes soon because I want to talk to you about this just as much as Maddie does.
Oh, why is it all you girls get to talk? Why can't I talk with you?
We'll start a chat just about this.
Yeah, I want to talk, Harley. Hi, Neil. So wait, does this show count as Super Day in the Fortress? That's not a bad name.
I know. We're always workshopping.
Yeah, we are. I like the Fortress part. Jessica's sitting in for Omnicat, who is currently with child and will be for the hopefully next 70 years. So
I was gonna say forever.
Yeah. So this we're counting this as an Omnicat show. But Super Day in the Fortress, I just came up with Earth-1, Earth-2, just talking Superman. And if Jessica or anybody else has a better name, that's fine with me. I like it that oh wait, I didn't change my name. I'm adorable, and I can already tell that people think you're way more adorable.
You wanted to claim that title before anybody else. I get it. I get it.
Adorable? Mm-hmm. Earth. Wait, I'm from Earth-2 because I'm the older classic version. Earth. Okay, wow. Earth-2. What's my name?
Whole planet now. You're getting a little full of yourself. You're a whole planet now. Wow.
There we go. Yes, only 2.
For now.
For now. Oh.
That Ellipses is doing a lot of work, and the more dogs, the merrier, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah. Maddie loved Heretic.
Oh, okay, Maddie. Thanks for texting me to let me know you were going and invite me to go with you. Really appreciate that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There we go. Labruski, however, not a fan. Left early.
Whoa. Well, that's okay, because I left early during a movie Jess loved. What was it? Now I've blocked the title out of my mind. You know, because you were like, oh, I loved that. No, it was the only movie I've ever left the theater for. But it was Bad Company as well, so that was part of it. It was Julia Roberts, and I think it was the Snow White maybe retelling.
Oh!
And you were like, I loved it, and I was like, I definitely walked.
Mirror.
Yes.
Mirror.
I need to give it another go.
Yeah, we should have a watch party, like somehow through my Discord, Oh, you don't want to download that app.
No, I mean a one-off thing. I'll definitely do. I'll give it another go. Yeah, 2025 Discord rewatch of Mirror Mirror. It's a done deal.
I love that. I do own that movie, which one of the few movies I own. It does have in it a majorly discredited actor now, who I hated from the beginning anyway, since he's ungodly handsome. So I'm glad he's canceled. He's a jerk anyway. But if you can suspend your distaste for that particular actor that's in it, Julia Roberts does a great job, and Lily Collins does a great job, and the Seven Dwarves are hilarious, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I loved it. And yeah, that's where I got to know Lily Collins, and still haven't seen Emily in Paris yet.
Dot.
That's right. And somebody told me, I wanted to tell you, it was Jake who didn't want to watch it, but I wanted to tell you that he wanted to be rescued from Hot Frosty on Netflix. But it's got Lacey Chabert in it.
Queen of Christmas.
Jess,
yeah.
Did you already see it?
Oh yeah.
You sent me some of the things you saw, but I didn't see Hot Frosty in there.
I'll send you a Hot Frosty review. Lacey Chabert is doing some of her best work, but that script is wildly chaotic. I will say there are cameos, or I don't even know if they're cameos. I didn't watch the trailer, so I didn't know who was in it, but there were some roles played by, I consider them pretty like solid comedic names, like on network sitcoms. And I was really surprised by that, but the writing is just all over the place. And you've seen Elf, I'm sure, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay, and Elf, it's like there is like kind of a romance with Elf and his, the girlfriend or whatever, but it's very like rated G and kind of like only a light plot point.
Who's the girlfriend?
I think it's Zooey Deschanel, but a blonde Zooey Deschanel.
Isn't that
who plays her? But it's like,
yeah,
you don't see Elf as like a romantic lead, right? Because
No.
he's kind of like very childlike. So that's kind of Hot Frosty, is like, yes, the guy is very physically attractive, but the vibe is kind of like a snowman come to life. So he's very much like Elf, or the closest comparison I've seen is George of the Jungle, like the 90s movie, because he's kind of like a little childlike, but he's like a love interest. So that part doesn't quite work, but honestly, it's still a fun time. If I still had a good time watching. I watched it with a friend, and we basically just talked through the whole thing, making fun of it. So
I don't think I heard anything you said after the words Lacey Chabert. So
okay, you're good. The Queen of Christmas is there. She is very good in this role.
Well, that's all I need.
Of course. And there's some funny references based on her past works, which I think you'll pick up on and enjoy.
Now, she hasn't left Hallmark. Was this just the one-off? I mean, I thought she was like legit a big contract at Hallmark and everything.
She does, and I think she's in one this year, that still hasn't aired yet. But I think it's just separate.
Okay.
Because there are a couple of actors that do both.
This is why I like you. You're versatile. We go from like bloody horror movies to Hot Frosty talk, and you're like, you don't miss a beat. You're like, disemboweled, Lacey Chabert, Santa, Hot Frosty talk. This is awesome.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yes. Paddington in Peru, 2025. I've never watched Paddington, or maybe I didn't just forgot about it because I know about the movies. Well, I can promise you, Paddington 2 is amazing. I'm not super critical about movies. I don't pretend to be a movie critic, but I because some people will see a movie and go, it lost me in the third act when the reveal was choppily written or something. And I'm like, there was a third act? I just watched the movie. What are we talking about here? So, but I can tell you Paddington 2 is utterly delightful. It is wonderful. And it's the only time Hugh Grant has ever, besides Heretic that I haven't seen yet, not been Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant's basically played one character for 40 years or however old he is.
Yeah, and I'm not complaining about that. I just want that to be clear to the audience. I know you don't love it, but I want the audience to know I love the character Hugh Grant plays in every movie. It works for me.
Well, am I mixing up Alan? Am I thinking of Sensibility with Alan Rickman? Was Alan Rickman in Sense and Sensibility?
So
and was Hugh
Hugh
Grant in that too? Okay, yeah, I love that movie. I'm just
there we go.
I love that movie.
It's
Yeah, Hugh Grant was fine on that. I can't wait for Paddington in Peru. Paddington 1 is fun too. Nicole Kidman as the baddie. Okay.
Yeah, it's a fun time. It's very cute.
Xbox by degrees. Earth-1 Jess, the better version of Jess. Wow. Hello, haters out there. Or just wow. Jeremy, I got my Batman chair, which my wife at some point gave me a cape for. So there's a Batman cape on the back.
Oh.
It's a Secret Lab chair. I got it on sale, I think during the pandemic. They're not, I don't know. I don't know what their prices are like now. This was a splurge though. But I had a rickety old dumb chair. And so, upper management gave her blessing after it was in the house. Oh, oops, sorry. Jewish Dragons. Hi, welcome to Jewish Dragons. Friend of the show. Is it a bird? Joe Cool is what a bird? Paddington? How does Bar know we're beautiful? She assumes it. She has a beautiful heart and assumes everybody. Oh, is it a plane?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
TBD.
Okay. Also, other Jess. I need to message. Is this me? I need to message you to have you on Old Reader, New Reader sometime in the next couple months if you're free.
We don't know. Who's the other Jess?
Oh, it came after this. Bar and I have a show to invite you to, Jessica. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. I accept other Jess. I need to message you to have you on. I would be delighted to be on Old Reader, New Reader. I've been trying to get Maddie who on Batter Days, unless the Saturday afternoon works better for you and you'd like to sit in for Omnicat, Maddie. But Batter Days is the one that I have, the one that I was, we'll message each other. That's fine. Thank you. I'd love to be on Old Reader, New Reader. Cool. I don't think you're on the stream when I announced that I'm doing a stream with Maddie next Saturday on Omnibus Collectors, the Omnibus Collectors Network. Oh, I love this. Now we get Jess's side of the Transformer vinyl story. What a Rashomon approach. Yeah, I bought it. I played it. I thought it was a soundtrack, and it's a bunch of crappy pop. And I don't even know if Omar had a turntable, but he took it, and I was happy. You can take it, Omar. Bye. And it makes for a good story. Blue Sisters. Oh, is this the book you're reading?
Yes. Well, I haven't started it yet, but it's very close up on my list.
James already has finished it. Wow.
I've been tracking James. It is a thick book, and I've been tracking James's progress on Goodreads, and he's been inching towards the end. So I'll be eager to see James's review as well.
I am 30. Discord is a young person's game. I can't comprehend the platform. Dude, if I can comprehend it, you can. It's just a message board. Full disclosure, I had nothing to do setting it up. It was set up against my will by Cycle Cleveland and I think James or something. And those two did all the work. But I'm on it, whenever it chirps at me. She's jealous of your fast reading ability. That is something to be jealous about.
I've slowed down though. The last few months I've had a little bit of trouble keeping up my pace. Although our read for today, we were both shocked how quickly we flew through it. I think.
You're talking to me about the book we just read?
Yeah.
The topic that we'll get to in 2 hours? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was shocked how quickly I read that.
Yeah, same. Alex, this is a good question because volume 3 has been out of print for a long time. Alternatively, first of all, yes, you should get the 2 new 52 Harleys. That's the run that made me fall in love with Harley. And they're great. But Rebirth Harley, if you can't find the Omni, you can look for the deluxes. There were 3 or 4 deluxes. They're in the other room, so I don't know off the top of my head. But you can look for the deluxe editions. Barring that, I would wait for a reprint. DC seems to be getting on the ball here. So I would go ahead and get them while you can because they're great. You read the first volume, should make you fall in love with Harley like it made me fall in love with her. If you're both free next Saturday at 1, do you want to both join us? Is that for me or Bar and Jessica?
I think it's for us because they're already planning on.
Jessica, join my stream with Maddie next Saturday.
Wow. A lot.
Which Jess?
Also, what's the topic? Are you just... I am free next Saturday. I would love to be on stream. I just want to know what the topic's going to be. Because if you trap me into a topic I don't want, I wasn't invited to Heretic, and now I'm being trapped into a topic. It could be anything. So I gotta be careful. Yeah.
I have a show with Larry from Larry's Library at 8 p.m., but 1 p.m. is fine if you're inviting me. It sounds like
Too Jess, Too Furious.
Too Jess, Too Furious. I won't be furious. You got to be a girl too. I can show pictures of me dressed up as Wonder Woman.
Wow,
that would scar everybody.
I would like it.
Okay. Okay. I can send it to Maddie and she can put it up in the stream. I don't mind. I did a whole video about it. Lou dressed up as Harley Quinn and got professional makeup. I shaved my beard for it.
Wow.
It was a fundraiser for comic books for kids, CB4K. We raised $800 and if we hit 500, I agreed to dress up as Harley and Lou dressed as I'm sorry, he was Harley, I was Wonder Woman. I had an outfit and everything. That's my goal, to fit back into that Wonder Woman outfit. Oh, I mean, wait, what am I saying?
What a goal. Okay.
We do still have it, and I would like to fit in it again. One dream, 2 Jess, 3 queers. Oh. Perfect title,
What's
Bar.
The dream, though?
Yeah. Oh, maybe the dream is 2 Jesses, 3 queers.
Oh, okay. The topic was revealed later by Bar. Do you see it in all caps?
Okay. A Jess of 2 worlds. Yes. Welcome, Jake. Jake, I need to give a shout out real quick to Jake because Monday you will see the debut of a boss thumbnail he did for my Magic and Witches video. And then the following Monday, you'll see a boss thumbnail that he did for Books That Made Me Cry. I've decided I'm going to try for the rest of the year. Thank God there's only like 5 more weeks to drop a new real recorded video on Mondays.
Cool. The Magic ones, those are like Magic and Witch comics, I assume, like your faves. That's a good topic.
Yeah. And I have so many that's going to be at least a 3-parter on Magic and Witches alone. I'm going to try and I will do monsters, vampires and werewolves, because I have several good vampire and werewolf recommendations, and we can throw in other monsters.
Nice. That's fun.
So yeah, Jake has done exemplary work. Oh, this was back when, you went to Heretic without her. Mirror 2012. Okay, thank you.
We got the year now, so that's good.
Anyone planning to watch Anora? I don't know what that is. It's not playing in my city. Discord
it's like I don't think it's I don't know if this is considered indie. It's like a small studio release. It looks, I don't know what generation everyone is, but and I want to say this respectfully, but it gives me Gen Z energy that I just can't hang with. Like, I'm not cool enough to be that chaotic.
What generation are you?
I'm a millennial, like pretty
Millennial.
squarely millennial. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And every time I watch this trailer for Anora, it makes me a little dizzy and a little confused. And I just feel like I'm not cool enough to watch the movie. It's nothing bad about the movie, but I've seen the trailer now like 1,000 times because the indie theater in my city is
that really
playing
cool
it.
one.
And so they keep playing the trailer. They just announced their Christmas slate, and I've actually one of my biggest cinema sins is never having seen Die Hard. I've seen it parodied so often that I've never seen Die Hard like for real, and they're playing it in a Christmas slate. So I'm hoping I can go to that showing and just have it my first time be like a big screen showing of Die Hard. Pretty pumped about that.
Yeah, and I'm one of the few people that's pushing back that's a Christmas movie, but what the hell?
Is it a good movie though? I mean, do you like it as a film?
Oh, I mean, it's a thriller. It's an edge of your seat thriller that we have a friend, her name's Kim, and we all went back when it came out, Die Hard 1 and 2. We went with Kim, and she and I were both like this at a lot of parts. We were just so freaking freaked out. It's not horror, but I mean, it's a thriller drama, bad guys, and we were just like, oh my God, what's happening? So yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it.
I'm excited for that. They're also playing Silent Night, Deadly Night, which I didn't like, but I kind of want to see on the big screen. It's a Christmas horror movie. It's so bad. I've seen it like once a long time ago. But they have a couple that I haven't seen yet on the big screen. Like they're playing Shop Around the Corner, which is like the Jimmy Stewart one that inspired You've Got Mail. So there's a couple I haven't gotten to see on the big screen. I'm hoping I can catch quite a few of them for their Christmas slate or holiday slate.
I feel like you lead a very wholesome life, and because you bounce back but I'm going to the indie theater to see this Jimmy Stewart movie and Silent Night, Deadly Night. So that's one of my not favorite slashers. Here are my other favorite slashers.
I mean, I'll watch Jimmy Stewart on the big screen and pretty much everything.
I'm going to skip down because I don't want to lose people too soon. Are we? Is that back when we were talking about Hugh Grant?
It was Mirror Mirror. Barbershop.
Yeah. I don't remember his name actually. Was born super rich, and super handsome and gorgeous, and he's not a good person. But if you start doing that, you're gonna not see any movies or listen to any rock albums. I guess you're just gonna have to make your own choice. I
just looked up who it was. Do you want me to say, or is this something?
Oh yeah, you can say it. I just can't remember. He's
talking about Armie Hammer. It's not just because he's rich. He has said some really questionable, really questionable things, like
not even questionable, like heinous things.
Deeply problematic,
deeply disturbing and problematic. But I mean, then everybody has to make their own choice, I guess, because I still love Pirates of the Caribbean 1, and I have issues with an actor in that, but there's a lot of other actors in it, and everybody that put the movie together and blah blah blah. Everybody needs to make their own choice. So you'll have to decide whether or not.
Oh yeah,
I
already gave them my movie theater money in 2012. I just didn't sit through the whole thing. But Armie Hammer already took my couple cents from that $6 or whatever I paid in 2012.
Okay. Let's see what. Batnessa is saying hi to Jess. Okay. Hi, Omnidog. Good to see you, Batnessa. Okay, wait. Let me see where she's. And here these two have a love affair going, a Discord love affair. Bar, hi, hon. They love each other.
Good.
And I say good. Did you know? Have I already described Batnessa to you? She's the goth girl that has the cherry hearse that she drives.
Yes.
That's
I think last stream was the first stream.
Yeah.
Last stream we were on together was the first stream I saw her pop in.
Oh, we were talking about The Strange Case of Harleen and Harley. Is that the book you have?
Yeah, next Saturday. I think she's saying this is the book that her and Maddie are doing. So this is the book
frick,
we're all doing.
Yeah, I'll be on that stream. You bet. No, I skipped to the bottom so I can make sure that you stay. I'm going to skip straight to the bottom. Plot of Superman Triangle Era sounds so fun. It is. It is really fun.
We did tease that it was a quick read, so it's not like we haven't talked about it at all. Bar, be serious, okay? That was a real.
Oh, is she being sarcastic?
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, I think she's being sarcastic because we haven't talked about it yet. We'll get there eventually.
Oh, yeah. And I will say, with peace and love about this book, as much as I love Kurt Busiek, when we reviewed his books, I think you and I said, or maybe you said and I agreed, that it did seem very monster of the week kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I like his run, but I love this run. This run's way more interesting to me. We'll get into that.
Totally agree.
Oh, this is an outrageous lie. It just takes 2 hours on average to get to the theme. To get to the theme. No, you're right. I'm helping him out. No, yeah, you are right about that. Sorry, I take it back. Cage, welcome. Army Hammer, yeah. Die Hard 2 is pretty skippable. It's a movie series that really depends on the villain. And number 2 had a very boring bad guy. Number 3 is pretty decent, aided by Samuel L. Jackson's performance. I think 1 is probably the one to watch. Yeah.
I was today years old when I learned there's a Die Hard 2 and a Die Hard 3.
Yeah. 3. What? Yeah. Kryptonite Kid, nice to see you. Off to work. Thank you very much. I pretty unapologetically love Red-1. Now that's the new one that's come out. I don't think it's this Monday. It might be the following Monday that Kelly Junior Management and her roommate are taking upper management and me to see Red-1 in the theater. In the Alamo Theater. Red-1 is it's a Christmas movie with Chris Evans and I think The Rock. I'm not a big Rock fan, The Rock, but it looks fun. So yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people in my life, they're really pumped about it. It doesn't look like it's for me, but it's getting such great reviews that it does have me curious, Lance, for sure.
I will be happy to give you my review, which
Please
is
do.
Usually I really liked it or I didn't care for it. And that's probably the depth of what I'll say.
Perfect.
Okay, wait. Jake, I haven't had breakfast yet. Wait, okay, I am missing. I'm Gen Z. Let's see if I understand what Honora.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I want to watch Honora. It's getting amazing reviews right now. Okay. Wait, it's not horror, it's something else?
No, from the trailer, this is probably wrong, so maybe it's comedic for those who've seen it, but it kind of looks like this girl falls for this guy. They maybe get married, like elope very soon. They're like big partiers, and then the Russian mob or the Russian some Russian assets come and are trying to find him. That's what I got from the trailer, which might not even be accurate because the trailer is very poppy and I couldn't focus.
Is it a drama or a comedy or?
That's the thing with these Gen Z style films. It's kind of all of it at once, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
But it kind of looks like a comedy with some dramatic elements. That's what it looks like to me. But if some people had seen it in the chat, so feel free to describe the tone and tell me what I got wrong about the plot for sure. Oh, someone says Honora is a black comedy. Yeah, like a dark comedy. Yeah.
I knew I couldn't trust you, Jessica, to follow the chat better than Jess. I've tried to tell Jess that multi-part videos don't do better, and it's better to do just one long one. It'd be an hour and a half, though, Jake. Don't you think people would rather see 3 20-minute ones? This is actually a real question because I've never been able to figure it out. I literally have 40 more magic/witch books that I can show and talk about. I feel like that would honestly be a 2-hour video. Do you really think that's better? Chat, as people that I don't even go on YouTube to look at videos anymore, what does the chat think? Would you rather have 1 2-hour video or 3 20-minute videos? So I would like the answer to that question, and please leave it in the form of a remark down below. Thank you very much. So he won't see me. I did see you, and I said hi. Have you ever heard of something called Superman the Triangle Years Omnibus? Okay, so people trying to. Okay, now they're trolling me. Okay, we already saw that one. Lars from Scandinavia. Have both of you read World's Finest by Dave Gibbons, Steve Rude, or Lex Luthor, the unauthorized biography, 2 of the best Superman stories I have ever read? I feel like I read World's Finest back in the day. I know that biography. I can picture the cover.
That is an iconic
yeah
cover. I read World's Finest. I remember liking it, but I don't think I've ever picked up the Lex Luthor unauthorized biography. But it's always in my zeitgeist.
Yeah, Lars is pretty picky about books, so that's a good sign that he likes Superman stories, unlike a certain cat-loving former host of this show who doesn't like Superman. She'll be back whenever she can, but I'm happy to read these on the app, and we can talk about them if for future reference, if you're interested. More popular, Jess?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now it's a conspiracy. It's up to the chat to make them get further behind. Let's achieve our goal. What did everyone eat for breakfast? Oh my gosh.
I had a breakfast burrito.
Pittima talking to bar. I had eggs, asparagus, and Canadian bacon.
Oh, you lost me there. I do love asparagus. Canadian bacon, the texture is very weird to me.
Okay, would it be better if I said I had what I really had, because now I remember there's andouille sausage in the house that my wife can't eat. That's what I had because I have to. It's too spicy for upper management, so that's what I. That is a pretty much of a staple. Oh God, now you're just trying to drag it out. What's your favorite type of bagel?
Bagel and lox, of course. The bat with some capers, of course.
That sounds good. That sounds good. He sometimes we're continuing to drag me. He sometimes forgets he's on stream. He just talks. No,
wow.
What?
That is cold as ice.
Holy smoke! You think? What in the world?
I think she's just joshing you.
Oh, let me see. Jake, let's have a live look at what Jake wants to buy. Is this cool? It's on sale. Let's see. It is a Roosevelt shirt, and it features Superman.
Oh, I do like that.
Roosevelts are expensive, but high quality. Very high quality.
Is this like a pre-Black Friday, like deep discount, or just a little sale? I think that's important to know.
I think that I have not known Roosevelt. Oh, Roosevelt's Black Friday sale is live.
Yeah.
I was not even aware Oh, Jake, you're so cute. You're getting it an extra small. That's so cute. I say you should get it. It's Black Friday. Ooh, okay. I'm going to be looking at Roosevelt's right after this. Good day, Avond, Axel. Greetings from a dark, cold, and rainy Netherlands.
It's kind of dark and cold here, actually, too.
It's flopping. Well,
everyone I know a handful of people who've seen it or planning to see it, and everybody's pumped or enjoyed it. So I don't know.
I am excited to see it, specifically because junior management's taking me. It's going to be fun.
It's fun, yeah.
Look for it to be on Prime Video, middle of December. Ooh, that's bad.
It's like the biggest shade. Yep.
I saw Smile 2 last night. Holy crap, what a crazy movie. I wasn't ready for it. LOL. Is that the trilogy with what's her name? Her name's like Maxine Goth or something. What? There's a
I don't know the actor's name.
Mia Goth.
Oh no, that's different. You're thinking of X.
Oh, X.
All those.
Okay.
This is, I think only 2 are out, but I'm sure they'll have a third one because they are so successful. It was that one horror movie. They had a big marketing scheme. I don't know if you remember ever seeing this, any news about it. They're actually, it's a horrible description, but they're just smiling, kind of dead stare creepily.
Yeah.
And they hired actors at like Major League Baseball games, for example, to be behind the plate, like behind home plate, and they would just be smiling, and then it would say like smile da 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 da, like on the marquee. So it was like a gimmick when the first one came out, and the second one just came out very recently.
And did you enjoy the first one?
I really liked the first one. I haven't gotten a chance to watch the second one yet. I got to put Heretic above that.
And I have The Oddity at the top because it's got occult stuff in it.
Yeah.
Somebody in my Discord told me about it. Okay. Jake says people will start and stop watching multiple times, but that will perform better than 6 different videos because no one wants to click on a part 5 if they haven't seen parts 1 through 4. Well, chat, tell me, Jake knows YouTube better than I do, and I've been at it for like 6 years longer than he has, but he has it all figured out. And I'm not being sarcastic. He actually does. So chat, tell me, what as YouTube watchers, what are your thoughts? Okay, let me go back to the middle hi. Yeah, I did get to the invite. Love the Omnidog Discord. Thank you, Cycle and James. Yes, they definitely did a great job with it. Jessica, I need you to message me when you read Blue Sisters. I've been itching to talk about this book. We also need to get Maddie on it. We need her to get depressed with us.
I have heard, yeah, when I saw Bar's review of this book, it did leave me knowing I might be depressed after I read it. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, dear. This is a half an hour ago. Where can you watch Old Reader, New Reader? That's a good question, Javier. That would be on the Very Fine Condition Network. Because you're actually asking a real question, I will tell you NMC, Near Mint Condition. That is on a Tuesday night, I believe.
Yeah, usually.
I'm excited now. I haven't been on that show in a while. I'm interested in what book she picks. I saw Love Actually, and I liked it. I also saw About a Boy, and I liked it.
Oh, About a Boy is good. He's also in that one. I don't think it did well in the theater, and I only saw it once, but I remember it surprising me. I think that's him who was in that romantic comedy with Drew Barrymore. And I think he was a musician.
I didn't see that.
It didn't do well, but I remember watching it, like renting it afterwards. Let's see. Music and lyrics. And I thought it was better than advertised. So yeah, I would
never even heard of it. Here's a comment Maddie left half an hour ago. Yeah, this week I watched Dr. Sleep and Thumbelina. There is no consistency in my media. I think it means you guys, we all have interesting taste. We like everything. Well, almost everything. We like what we like, and that's a lot. I don't know what I'm saying here.
That is true. We like what we like, and that's a lot. Yep.
The most important thing, the Christmas Quest, December 1st. Thank you, James.
I knew she had one. I'm looking forward to it because let me tell you, we're at the midway point in the Hallmark Christmas, or I should say holiday season, because I think they have 2 Hanukkah movies this year. And it's been a rough year. Last year, I could argue, was one of the best Christmas Hallmark slates that they've ever had. And last year's Hanukkah movie ruled. It was genuinely a great movie that I would own on DVD. I loved it so much. Round and Round, would recommend.
I wondered. Yeah, I heard
that was
about
a blast. It was so good.
Yeah, I heard good things about that. I should watch that first thing.
But this season, I have to say, there's 4 out of, I don't even know, what, we're 20 deep or something like that I would rewatch again. It's been a rough year, so I'm hoping it takes a turn this weekend and the second half of the season's a lot stronger, but we'll see. This has promise. Christmas
Okay. Well, of course. Jake just texted me that he has started a poll for video length, 1 longer video or 6 different parts. I wasn't thinking 6, but okay. I think that's fair. Yeah. It's a poll that you can take. Actually, that's really important for me to know.
Yeah, it'd be good to know.
Hot Frosty, yes, that was fun. Maxie left because he fed on people. Okay, yeah. That is, I'm happy to say we can watch Hot Frosty, but are you talking to me or Jessica? You gotta be more specific. You say favorite Jess. Why don't you say favorite Jess or other Jess? Because I totally want to see Hot Frosty. Lily Collins is good in Emily in Paris. Yes, I agree. Oh, wait, I missed the fact that Bat Cato was here. Hey, Bat Cato, welcome. Okay, so I hit the middle of the chat. It was like a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reunion.
Yeah.
Hot Frosty was? Oh, I'm in.
Yeah. That's why I didn't say who, and you don't know exactly who it is.
No.
I think you'll be so pleasantly surprised because I had no clue these actors were in there, and when they showed up, that alone made me smile, just that they were in it. They were very good.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, old reader, new reader. Play my Wonder Woman video of Jess. I don't think let me see if I have that. I don't really have many fun things to play. I have Kim Cattrall scatting. I have this one. I haven't loaded up my channel. I should, Jake. I have no problem with it. It's funny. So I will do that. And I don't know where that is, so I got to find something else to talk about. Pity Ma saying hi to Bar half an hour ago. What's your favorite type of bagel? Sometimes this is upsetting. Sometimes he forgets he's on stream. He just talks.
She's just kidding.
What the hell? Okay. 2 Red One's bombing, 5 hours multi-part. Okay. Chris Kaufman says multi-part. No, Jess, I'm in for the long haul, not 20 minutes. So you want an hour video. Okay. Interesting. Trust your audience to watch your video in multiple sections. 3 20-minute videos. 2-hour video about what? Multi-part. Yeah, well, that's the Logan. I don't know. I have so many books about magic and witches that it would be an hour long or hour and 20-minute video. And so the question is, would people out there who watch my stuff rather see a bunch of 20-minute videos or an hour and a half of all of the books? And they can just choose what they want to watch when they watch it. I'm fine doing an hour and a half video. I just wasn't aware that more people would rather sit through that. I don't watch YouTube videos, so I don't know, except for the things that my daughter tees up for me, and those are all sports. 3 20-minute videos are easier to watch. Could you talk for an hour 30? Isn't it exhausting? Well, apparently, according to Barr, I just am on myself here for 3 hours talking. Also,
but
more
he's not sore about it. He's not mad about that comment. Not at all. Didn't faze him in the least.
I'm a forgiving kind of guy, too. Also, more and more people are watching YouTube on their televisions, so videos that are longer than 40 minutes to an hour are being pushed. Well, you should have just led with that. Are being pushed by the algorithm. Everybody's a slave to the algo. Okay, well, it's already going to get published, the first one, but I'll make the second one like part 2, and it'll be an hour and a half about magic and witches. Sure, let's see. We'll see which one does better. What's everyone's favorite Christmas movie? This is fair. Mine is A Christmas Story. Just film 3 separate 20-minute videos and I'll edit them together. Okay. Multi-part, but I wouldn't mind. Well, you can't be wishy-washy like this, Chris. You got to make a statement.
You got to take a stand on issues like this.
Yeah. Your comment, Vanessa, your comment about having more witch books had to be mod approved. Is that for real?
That's weird.
I should have mentioned that. Oh, something did get flagged.
Looks like they fixed it.
Something got flagged. Okay, well, yeah, Batnessa, she's a big Batman fan. I am specifically doing these witch videos with you in mind, since you are like a practicing Wiccan and stuff. No, green asparagus. I slept through breakfast. He's still reading the Omni under the table and he's stalling. Thank you. Andouille. I had andouille sausage. Project Viking trying to get us back onto topic. Are these years as good as the New 52 Superman run and all its side series?
Yes.
Well, first of all, this is way better than the New 52 Superman run. I liked Superman, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman better than Superman. But yeah, spoiler alert, yes, better. Project Viking. And is that a picture of you? Because your beard and mustache are impressive there.
It's giving Viking.
Totally. Okay, I watched the Honora trailer. I'm confused.
Exactly, Bar. Exactly. No disrespect. It's obviously a fantastic film. I saw so many comments praising, like identifying the praise it's getting. It just doesn't seem like I can hang with that crowd. It just doesn't seem like I'm that cool. I have to be honest.
Spiral Storm has arrived with his Wanda profile pic, which I highly approve of. Bar says I'd watch a 2-hour stream. Easier to keep up with. Just I think a 5-part series will perform better if you don't number the videos. Each part can stand on its own. Just don't number them. When Jess has to preface his compliment to Jake with it, I'm not being sarcastic. That's fair. Personally, if I stop watching, this is what I'm afraid of. If I stop watching a long video, I very rarely ever go back to finish it. And this is for you to watch Old Reader, New Reader. VFC is really NMC, but I call it very fine condition because of reasons. And there it is. Yeah. YouTube sometimes makes it difficult to find all the different parts, but makes it really easy to pause and start back up the same long video. Okay. It is the Magic and Witches video that's coming out on Monday. I have so many, and I'm not kidding, 40 more books that I thought I would cut it into 3 parts. But now a lot of people are saying that they'd rather sit through an hour video, which, you know, fine with me. My review of Blue Sisters, I was sad, then I got sadder, got even sadder, got less sad. The end. I was also a little bit angry at some point, LOL.
Excellent.
Hey, you have fun reading that.
Thank you so much.
I actually liked it. Oh, I remember liking Notting Hill.
Yeah.
9 Months is a solid Hugh Grant rom-com. Same with 2 Weeks Notice. I don't think I've seen either of those.
Yeah, those are both I have fond memories of a lot of that era of rom-coms because we had them on VHS and like obviously pre-streaming, unless you watch what was on TV, that's what you had. So I've seen both of those a bunch and they're both a blast. So good calls on that.
Okay. I don't have a problem with him.
He's eating his words. Okay.
Yeah, now that I think about some of these things that I really like, specifically Sense and Sensibility, it's fine. Hallmark knows the Jews exist? Don't lie to me, because now I need a Hallmark lesbian Hanukkah movie.
Yeah. Okay, so the 2
Who
Hanukkah
doesn't need that? We all need that.
They don't have that yet, Bar, but I do have something that will make you happy. They've known about Hanukkah now for about 5 years, I would say. Maybe more than that. But the quality of movies that they're giving has increased greatly. And the 2 I would recommend that are Hanukkah films are Hanukkah on Rye has, I can't actually, if you want to tell me how to phonetically say this, Bar, that'd be great, because this is an actress. She's American, but I believe she's born in Israel. Her name, I think, is Yael Grobla. She was in Jane the Virgin. She played Petra, who is a queer character. And then the love interest is Jeremy Jordan, like from Supergirl. But the one that came out last year, one of the main characters has a sister who is married to a woman, and that one was Round and Round, and that's the one I highly recommend. So those are the 2 Hallmark Hanukkah ones I think are the best.
Okay. Did anyone see Love on the Books or Country Heart? I think it was called. I worked on a number of Hallmark films that all ran together.
Wow.
Now, see, I'm not just somebody Hallmark for Christmas. I like Hallmark movies throughout the year. But it just depends on if I vibe with the woman and guy, or woman and woman, or guy and guy. I actually haven't seen any Hallmark movies this year, so I'm cool with anything as long as I have to like them, even though I don't know them. I don't know any of them as much as I know Lacey. She and I on a first name basis now. Of course, she's a friend of the show.
The Queen of Christmas.
Yeah. At the end of the day, do what's more fun for you, but you can film multi-parts and I can edit them together with chapters. Now, I kind of like that idea. I do like that idea. Okay. I can do that. I can still do a 3-part witches one and a 1-part monsters one. I'm happy to play Kim Cattrall scatting. It's 43 seconds of self-absorbed bliss. Her self-absorption. Oh, sure. Anytime you want, dude. This is true. I've already forgotten The Grudge. I sent the Wonder Woman video. Wow. Okay, let me see if I can load it. Just a sec here. Yada dee, yada da. This is exactly what I looked like. Okay, let's see if I can. Okay, yeah. Okay, 1 second. Doop-de-doo. All right, let's see if I can import it. Brand. Okay. Add video clip. Let's give it a better name. WW Jess. Hold on. Stop yelling at me, Jessica. I'm doing my best here. Add video.
Actually, that was Bar yelling at you for taking so long. I don't know if you could hear that in the distance coming across the seas. That wasn't me. I didn't say anything.
Sure. Oh, it won't let me put it in. Why? What if I just drag it in? Add video clip. Actually, I can just share it. Here's a video coming up about witches and comics. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. Okay, Monday, it's happening. The first video about my favorite magic / witches book is coming out Monday. Then I have another video coming out the following Monday, but then I'm going to make like a 3-part hour-long magic witches video that Jake's going to have into chapters, and you can watch that and just witchify, get witched out, man. Get witching. No, I know. You and your thumbnails are awesome. This is Joe Cool's favorite trading places. What's your favorite?
So my favorite movie of all time happens to be It's a Wonderful Life, but weirdly, it's not my favorite Christmas movie of all time. My favorite Christmas movie of all time is A Muppet's Christmas Carol, which I think is like, yeah, the GOAT.
Muppets Christmas. Logan Wayne, my favorite Christmas music movie, might be the GOAT Christmas. That's the one with Michael Caine as Scrooge, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
It's pretty much pitch perfect for sure.
Yeah. Santa Claus conquers the mansion. Okay, thanks for clearing that up. Just 3 videos would be easier, but if you do an hour plus video, you can just put timestamp. Yeah, I'm gonna do that even for the 20-minute one. I have been chastised loudly by my friend in Sweden, Tony, about putting timestamps in, and that's fair. Actually, thank you for saying that. Max likes Gremlins, which I found I did not like that. I thought that was a mean-spirited little movie. I did not like it.
Oh, you said that with such spite. The way you said spirited was like really aggressive, Jess. That's a lot of hate. Whoa, calm down over there. That was kind of a lot. Ooh, I'm serious. Watch this on replay and you'll hear it in your tone. You really hate that one.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I don't need to watch it on replay. I know how I sound. Yeah, no, it wasn't for me at all. Okay, what am I following here now? Oh, I apologize. I have to correct you, though. I am not a Wiccan. I'm a traditional witch, not a Wiccan. Apologies. I think I thought I saw that you said you were. I definitely apologize. I have that right. And now, who's in my backyard? Oh, that would be my wife showing her sister out back. Yup, that's me. Omar can confirm. Hey, nice. You could, yeah. You look like you could be in like an Old Spice commercial or something. You got very. Yeah, well, I can just. He looks like an Old Spice commercial. That's a compliment, by the way. You've got chiseled features. Bar's review of Blue Sisters, my review of how I felt in the absolute evergreen stream. Oh,
wow! I only got 30 minutes in. What wound up happening later?
I'll give you the highlight. Jake
Okay.
told me ahead of time, because rightly so. He said, I can't wait to see how you totally botch this format since you never get it right and how you'll go 0 for 4. Well, 3 of my picks got chosen. 3 out of my 4.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
And not only that, but the book Justice, the DC book Justice.
Yeah.
Peter M had never heard of it. And he was like, what is Justice? When I messaged him, and I was like, that's surprising. It's one of my all-time favorite books, dude. And he started leafing through it on the stream, and he was blown away by it. And so now I want him to read it because it's one of my top 10, top 5 books ever. I love that book.
That's awesome.
And so he was bitter because I think he got one book picked, and he has every single absolute ever printed except for one, and that's coming out in January, Transmet 3. So yes, he was sad, angry, bitter, all of the negative emotions. Hanukkah and Rye.
Yes.
This woman and Jeremy Jordan.
Yeah, Bar put in the chat. So would that be like Yael, which I think is mostly
Yael?
Yael
Grobglass.
Grobglass.
Yael Grobglass. Yael
Grobglass.
Yael Grobglass.
Bar's rolling her eyes at us. I can see it.
Oh yeah, she loves when I try to pronounce Hebrew. Yeah.
Yeah, she rules. She's great in Jane the Virgin. She's great in this movie. And I agree with Bar's later comment. Jeremy Jordan, I didn't really buy that he was super into Kara on Supergirl.
Jake, I can't get this to I can't get my just a sec. I'll share this. But I can't get StreamYard to accept it. It won't. When I try and put it in, StreamYard's not accepting it. So I'll just share the screen. This is Wonder Woman. I'll play it a couple times because Jake put this together, and you'll see me as I dressed up as Wonder Woman. Just a sec.
Excellent.
For that fundraiser. Okay, here we go. You see that? Yes. Are you seeing that? Okay, Here we go.
Oh, wow. You look good, Jess. Let's do it one more time. I think we all need this. Also great. This is pretty solid editing. Okay, I love it. Oh, now I hear the sound too. Love it.
I'll pause it on me so you can get a really good look. Patty did my makeup, by the way, which was very good makeup.
Yeah, it is really solid. Nice.
There I am. So that's me in that outfit.
Love it.
Yeah, he did do good. Iconic. He'll after the show he'll tell me how to get StreamYard to accept it because it's dissing me badly, as the whole chat is. Where'd Maddie go?
She didn't have the attention span, I don't think.
Oh yeah, she has something going on. Hey Jess, any new Silver Age Omnibus? Actually, no. I don't think there's been anything new out that I've gotten. I haven't even gotten anything Bronze Age. Just looked up Hanukkah and Rye. It has that nerd dude from Supergirl. He always gave me gay vibes in that show. LOL.
That's the comment I was making earlier. Bar, check out Round and Round. If you can find Round and Round, I think that's what you should start with. And then
I've heard great things about that.
It's a blast. And there is a lesbian couple in Round and Round. So
How can it get any better for Bar?
If
And
they
for
were
the,
the
and for
leads,
the
they're not
world.
the leads, but it's still exciting.
They're included.
They're included. Yeah.
We want to be inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Chris discovered Hallmark movies last year with Fallen Angel, Gary Sinise, and it hooked me. Okay, good. I haven't. Wasn't this about Superman? Yeah, but the chat. I go where the chat takes me most of the time. So, yes, you should be. You're gonna dig it, Vanessa. I mean, we can talk. See, whenever I start talking about the topic, that's when we lose people. So I think what we should do is like pepper it in.
Okay.
If you want. Now I
Here it
already
is.
said
mine's naked. So.
Oh, yours is naked. That's right. Look at all the tabs you have. Wow.
That's not to talk about everything. It was just to remember because I thought, I mean, there's a lot. We read 500 some odd pages, so it was mostly to be able to leaf through later and try to remember some of it. Because I have a bad memory. But yeah, he's a thick boy.
I have a famously bad memory, and I was worried. First of all, a week ago, I felt like I just had too much to do. As my wife would say, I had too many whelms. Just I was whelmed all over the place, and 500 pages sounded impossible, but it was very fast and very fun. I mean, spoiler alert, it was really fun and reminded me of why I liked this era so much. I had kind of forgotten because the two trades, Crisis of the Crimson Kryptonite and maybe it was Time and Time Again. Those two trades have been out of print forever. But let me just say that you can, in my opinion, you can jump into this cold. There are references to stuff that happened earlier, but you do, I was fine not knowing the stuff. Yeah, like Perry White. It starts out with Perry White and his wife at their son's funeral, and it turns out, which I absolutely had no idea, that it was
this was the only thing I think that is confusing. If you just jump in, this is the only plot point I think you'll be lost on.
This is confusing because they had adopted Lex Luthor's son.
Well, he's this. Oh, really? Okay. So how I interpreted it was Lex is the biological father.
Yeah.
But that
was
Perry White's wife is the mother.
And
I thought, but maybe I misread that.
No,
because it was very disorienting.
There's no explanation. So,
because then there's a flashback scene later with a young. What is her first name? Perry White's wife's name? Forget.
Alice.
Alice. There is a flashback of young Alice and younger
Lex.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it was the product of an affair.
No, I don't know if. Well, that part I don't know. I just know that biologically, maybe it happened all at once. I'm not sure. That was the only part I was a little confused about when we jumped in.
Okay, so this is us telling you can be confused too because but just blow right through it. Just say, okay, that happened, like I do with everything. So Clark and Lois are an item. Lois does not know that Clark, spoiler alert, is Superman. Sorry, I revealed that. I apologize.
Yeah.
And I forgot Dan Jurgens wrote a huge chunk of this. And I thought I wasn't a Dan Jurgens fan, but actually a lot of this stuff by him is really good. Jerry Ordway, Roger Stern, those are some of the other writers. Carl Kessel, Louise Simonson, James Hudnall, Carl Kessel, Dennis Janke, and a wide variety of artists who are all quite good throughout. It's very consistent. The art style never varies too dramatically.
Yeah.
Now, I said that, and now I'm looking at a very weird picture of Lex Luthor. Let me highlight myself so I can show you. This is kind of odd, but I mean, that picture of Luthor right there, that's not, I don't know. It is kind
It's
of
a
an
weird
odd,
angle.
yeah. But otherwise, it's very consistent, which helps.
Yeah, I honestly, it's very consistent to me. I don't even think if you handed this to someone randomly, they would be able to tell what was what for the majority. So, yeah.
Yeah. Why did you find Gremlins to be mean-spirited, Jess? Just out of interest. I felt that I thought the Gremlins themselves were mean-spirited. I didn't find, my takeaway wasn't a warm and fuzzy feeling from that movie. What was the original creature's name? Mowgli or Mogwai or something? It just did not sit with me. I saw it in theaters and I just felt like the Gremlins themselves, I didn't find their antics cute and funny. I found them to be very mean-spirited. So that's really, I mean, yeah, go ahead and watch it. If I didn't like it, maybe you will. I don't know. It's not everything hits with me, and not everything hits with other people. Christmas with the Cranks has become a favorite. I've never seen it, just for watching my mom laugh her ass off every time at the Tim Allen Botox scene.
Yeah, this is a favorite of our family. Like not a childhood favorite because it's newer than that. I mean, it's not new, but this is one that we rewatch now as a family a lot, and yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I would agree.
Now, without doxing you, will you go to your parents for the holidays, or do they come to you?
So they will come to me, and they have family friends here because they used to live down here. So usually they'll spend half of the time. Like usually Thanksgiving is up there, and I often go. I'm not going this year. I'm going to do some stuff here, but I usually go up there for Thanksgiving, and they come down here for Christmas and spend part of the like Christmas season with my sister, who also lives up north.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll come down here, and we probably will watch Christmas with the Cranks. The one we watch every year that's like my mom's favorite, but my dad like really rolls his eyes a lot out of it, is the Christmas claymation Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Iconic. Mrs. Claus is named Jessica. She's a school teacher, so I felt represented as a child. And I used to want to be a teacher, and I think it was because of her. That's a good one, but my dad cannot stand it. He like huffs and puffs through the whole thing. It's like 30 minutes and he can't.
The man who'd introduce you to slasher flicks at age 8.
He's not a huge fan of Santa Claus Coming to
Town. This is about Gremlins. It's a fun movie, but just a warning, it's an 80s movie. I know you don't like to consume anything that came before 2010. Look at this bar. You're well known throughout the internet. Oh, not true. I love Mean Girls.
Which was like, what, 2 years before that? What year did Mean Girls come out? That was at least 2003, right? 2000.
I feel like it was like 2004.
2004. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's the movie she likes before 2010. Amanda said I look like I could throw her over my shoulder and carry her back to her hut. Old Spice commercial, though. I love it. Yeah, right on, man. Project Viking. Oh, yeah. This is, I can't even say her last name properly. I'm sorry. Her first name is not just Bar. It's like Bar. It's got a guttural thing that, being in the U.S., speaking English, we don't have that guttural ability, but I think it's Bar. Wait, I have something here. Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
God. I can't. Wow. Suddenly, like, you need CPR over there. You're like choking.
Swallowed my tongue. Oh, sorry, you're going home. Going to bed. But the Odin sleep is really beating me up right now. Taking a nap. Peace out. Let's see. That was.
Hope you rest well.
Oh, that was only like 10 minutes ago. So, wait, what did James say? Oh, yeah. Okay. The new Mean Girls with Renee. No, I don't think either of us like that, Jesse. No. My name is Jess, not anything else.
I will go by Jessica.
I'll go by Jester if you want. I'm fine to go by Jester.
Like, I kind of like that. Maybe I should go by that. It's kind of fun.
Well, don't steal it from me. It's a childhood nickname that's stuck with me my entire life.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'm fine to be Jester. I can change my name. Not right now, but sure. So you're okay with Jess and Jessica?
Yeah, when I was a kid, Full House was like the show, and there was Uncle Jesse, and so I used to have this like complex. It doesn't bother me as an adult, but as a kid, especially as like a little girl, I was like, I don't want to be called Jesse because that's a boy's name, because that was the character that was like super big at the time. And I had this bowl cut thing going on where I had a complex, like someone might mistake me as a boy when I was a kid, and I really didn't want that. So I was like, don't call me Jesse. It was like aggressive, honestly, when people would try to do that. Now as an adult, I won't get mad. It just is weird to me when you meet someone and you immediately shorten their name. Like, yeah. I'm like, hi, I'm Jessica, and they're like, oh, Jesse, come over here. I'm like, whoa, we just met. Like, why would
you go there? Hear that it's Jessica? If I wanted to be called Jesse, I'd say, hi, I'm Jesse.
Yeah, exactly.
The number of people I introduce myself to, hi, I'm Jess, and they'll say, nice to meet you, Jesse, and I'm like,
it's crazy.
You weren't listening at all, were you?
I also get called Jennifer a lot, like
Jennifer.
especially when I'm like emailing someone and then we meet in real life, they're like, Jennifer, and I'm like, what? No. Jeez. And then my last name starts ASH as like the first part of it, and so people will see that and they'll also call me Ashley, and I'm like, no,
Ashley.
Exactly. It's so weird. So Jess or Jessica is my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. Jennifer. That's
all the time.
So the two main stories in this, the big stories, were Crisis of the Crimson Kryptonite, very alliterary, because everything's with K's. So that was the big story, and then Time and Time Again were like the two big kind of hits in this.
And there's a middle B. It kind of leads. I think it's actually right before Time and Time Again starts. It's not its own adventure arc, but of note, if people like world building and like to see all the different versions of Superman stuff and how each writer handles things differently, I would say the big plot point that's a little bit situated in between is Clark revealing himself as Superman after they get engaged, but before they get married. He wants her to know the truth. And every writer does that different. Sometimes Lois, because she's very investigative, figures that out on her own. And so that's kind of the other big thing that happens in the first. Would you say we read about 45%? 508 pages, about 45% of this so far.
Let's see. Let me bookmark where I was, and because we finished right at the end of Time and Time Again. So that's 500 pages. I think we're only about a third of the way through.
Okay. But we'll fly through this other part too, because it's a blast.
I think we can finish it by the next time we stream.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. Those are the two big stories. The others, the filler ones, if you will, were good. The only one I was kind of bored at a little bit was the Plastic Man one, which I do kind of like when he shows up normally, but it was a very forgettable. It was called Bombs Away.
Yeah.
It was a little forgettable as far as the story goes. It was definitely like a little filler.
Yeah, him and is it Doiby Dickles?
Yeah.
His partner. Now, I do love Bibbo, who shows
Yeah,
up.
Bibbo does have a lot in that issue. Yeah,
I've
it's true.
always liked Bibbo.
Yeah.
He just seems like the down to earth everyman that lucks into something, and I think it's a great gig that he's got in this book, that he was hired for in this book, to be the bar owner. And I thought I was interested in this earlier story where Clark is response. Where is it? Clark's Mr. Z.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we see Mr. Z a couple times.
That was a fun
in this, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's this issue. Maybe I'm wrong on this, where Clark feels like he's responsible. There's a kind of a topical thing. Oh no, okay, I apologize. The whole issue's about it, where it's a pull the plug on a patient, which
oh, the Christmas one.
Yeah, pull a plug on the patient who's been comatose for so long, and no sign of recovery. And I think at the time in the 90s, it was a big deal. Lawsuits about whether or not the parents had the right to pull the plug. Yeah. And
that's. Is that the one where he was driving? They were at like a house party at that kid's house and had been drinking, and he didn't. He tried to offer to drive, but the kid wasn't having it, and then
he wasn't having it. Right? Yeah, and he died in the accident. The kid did, or he's comatose. And that was interesting that Clark had carried that burden with him his entire life. What had happened as a teenager, playing what if. And I thought that was very. I thought it was quite emotional, and they did a good job of handling the emotions that a teenager would think, and that how a grown up would deal with the burden of that guilt, feeling like, what if I had just? I mean, he could have overpowered the kid, but he didn't want to, be too aggressive in that role, and he learned a tough lesson, very tough lesson, and he goes to the parents in the hospital room as they're making their decision. He came to say goodbye to his friend, and he was worried about them, what their attitude would be like. And I thought it was very well written and very well handled, and seemed very believable from a humanness type standpoint.
Yeah, so, I totally agree.
Who wrote that? I thought, and it dealt with Clark even playing football.
Oh yeah, and that's how, because I'm sure I read that issue before, but I really had no memory of it. And when it started, you kind of suspect that, I mean, it's alluded to that Clark had something to do with why this person is in the hospital. And so when it started with football, I thought maybe he hit him too hard, tackled him too hard, and then it kind of became, which felt very fitting, this very 90s. I agree it was handled really well, but also the drunk driving thing is very like 90s PSA. I feel like that was like a really big thing. You saw a lot of these, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it impacts people. You saw a lot of these sort of after school special style handlings of certain topics, which I think it's a little corny, like when you're watching it as an adult now, but I actually think it has huge impact. And I think we should do more of that, to be honest with you, to meet people where they're at, especially young people, and show them, these consequences that can happen in a medium that they already are enjoying and consuming. So I agree, it was really well done. I really liked that issue quite a bit, and I loved the ending.
Yeah.
When that guy is also refusing not to drive and he just crushes his car. He's like, nope, not tonight. You can walk home. Because he doesn't
melts
want it
the
to happen to anyone
tires.
else. That was great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, melted the tires.
Yeah. So, I like that he that he meets the Legion of Superheroes a couple times.
I knew you would. When you mentioned time and time again, I kind of remembered the time travel part, having read it before, but I was like, oh, the reason Jess loves this one so much is because there's like a million Legion things going on.
And of course, they've referenced the most important moment in comics history when Pharaoh Lad gives his life to save the universe. I'm not even being sarcastic or ironic or unironic or whatever. I'm being sincere. Pharaoh Lad is the one that takes the bomb into the Sun Eater, giving his life to save the universe, save all the universes. And so, yeah, I love that part. But I had totally forgotten about it, really. So there was a lot of oh yeah, this was really good with the where it's right after he revealed that he was Superman, and you see this super patriotic cover, Truth, Justice, and the American Way, and Superman learns the hard way that our government can sometimes play fast and loose with the truth in order to achieve what they consider the greater good.
Yep.
They can lives can be lost, and he loses it at the end when he's saying, "I'm not just for the U.S. I'm for all the world," which I thought was really well done. I believe in everything the flag stands for, but as Superman, I have to be a citizen of the world. I value all life, regardless of political borders. Yes, and it works best when the people know that corrupt officials cannot bend the letter of the law and get away with it. Don't sweep this one under the rug. Good day, gentlemen. Yeah, that was a lot of political ickiness in that one. Nothing new, nothing. I mean, I'm sure that it's based on Iran Contra or whatever, something that we've done. So I thought it was handled well when he was politically naive and had his eyes opened and he says, "I'm a citizen of the world." So I thought that was handled well.
Yeah, but you're right. There were a lot of, I liked that issue too. And we mentioned that the two bigger stories. I loved the Crimson story at the beginning, but you're right. I think all the little mini ones, I think what this era does really well is, yes, we can point to these two tentpole stories that we read that were bigger and we can talk a little bit more about them. But to be honest with you, even the weaker or smaller stories in between, all throughout, I think why I consider this era to be very cozy, and I kept saying that, is because it feels very lived in. Somebody said earlier, and I was trying to find the comment again, that even the minor characters get their own arc. Like Time and Time Again does this the best, because you're like, he's off in all these different time periods, but you keep flashing back to Metropolis and seeing the arc of Lois handling the information of learning, Clark is Superman. And then you also see Jimmy trying to have a date and his mom comes over. You see these very homey things. And the Perry White thing with the sun was a little disorienting at the beginning, but then following Perry's journey with that and taking a step back from the paper, and like, it does feel like a really fleshed out world. And we get Superman with his hairy chest and his robe on his recliner, legs spread out. And I just have to say, it's not just because I love a hairy chest Superman, which I do. I just do. I love that era. But he just looks cozy. He looks like he really lives there. He looks like a real person. All of the apartment scenes. I know the art can feel dated if this is not an era you regularly read. But why I love this era is there are so many little tiny things. Like, you really feel like people live in these apartments. You feel like when you're at the hospital, people have these mugs that say like "World's Greatest Grandma." They just feel like lived in, all of the scenes. And so it's this really great balance where, yeah, you do have these really big adventure arcs, but I feel like it's such a distinct sense of place that you get outside of that that feels very like drama. It feels like, in a good way, drama. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and that's what makes it so cozy to me, and it makes me just. I think it's why that it flies by too for me. Is like it just feels like you're watching a show. To be honest with you, you know, and
Yeah.
the little moments and the big moments as well.
Well, and the other thing is the dialogue is short and to the point, and there's not a bunch of exposition in the
For sure.
little boxes.
Yeah.
So there's not much wasted in this.
Absolutely.
But you're exactly right about how cozy it was, and how realistic it is. It seems, because it shows a lot of. It's not just and not to make too. I don't want it to seem like I'm coming down on Busiek's run, but that concentrated so much on Superman and the Monster of the Week, whereas we get a lot of Clark and Lois and Jimmy making out with Lucy Lane on his couch when he lives with his mother. That was funny. Yeah, and we do get a lot of these human moments in it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of Superman excitement that goes with it, and I think it's a perfect blend.
Yeah, totally.
To me, I now I remember why I liked this era so much and why it was so popular. I mean, Superman was coming out weekly.
Yeah, human moments is a really good way of putting it. I was trying to think of the right wording, and I think that's exactly right. Because that's if you love everyone as a person or as a character, then any big arcs are that much more exciting, more dramatic, more suspenseful. And if you leave out those human moments, honestly, at a point for me, it becomes like white noise. Whenever I read, even characters I love, if the story is all action and there are no human beats or very few, it's like it just carries nothing for me. I honestly have to already love the character probably to even pick up something like that. So this is just such a great blend, and it's fun, it's heartwarming. And honestly, it aged fairly well. There were very few cringy moments and very few cringy dialogue moments, and I was surprised by that. How few times I was like, don't love that. It was great, and I'm really excited to keep reading, like to remember what I have read, and then there are issues I'm sure I haven't in here as well.
And I agree with everything you just said, and I really stress the importance of the continuity and art style. There must have been like a house style for Superman at the time, because it's not, copycat, but it's drawn in the same style, and it just flows so much better, because sometimes you get, it happens all the time when an artist gets behind and they've got to get a new guy in real quick to finish it, to draw an issue. And the style is so different that you're like, whoa, what character am I even reading? So it really helped that it flowed with consistent art.
Yeah, the biggest differences, and I'm not the best at describing art, but the most noticeable differences throughout were there are some issues where the lines are thicker and cleaner, and there's less background noise, if you will, like things in the background. And those are few and far between. The base, I think, is more detailed, more things going on in the background, etc. Much thinner lining. So I think those are the bigger differences, and that's where you sort of notice it. Also, did you feel like this person looked like elderly Jubilee? Like Jubilee grew up, and that's what she looks like, that person in a yellow coat?
Oh,
Isn't that
look like her? Yeah.
When I got to that, I had to like double take. I was like, what's going on here?
Elderly Jubilee. That's hilarious.
Love.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Jewish Dragons. Oh, we're talking about soups? Time to get a snack. See you in a bit. Actually, we haven't lost that many viewers, so that's good. Yeah, I can't find anything to criticize about this book. I'm if anything, I'm even more excited to read it, continue it. And if it's going to be, if they follow through and do all 10 volumes or something, and it's still this quality, I am happy to be on board. Really happy. Because this, actually, this is the only way we're going to get Man of Steel in omnibus format by John Byrne.
I was going to say, I do love the hardcovers that I do have the hardcovers that they put out, and they are very nice. I've enjoyed. These were fun to reread, despite there's some very strange art every once in a while. I think I showed you the babies in the bathtub that are
that was really weird.
So you do get moments like that, but I did enjoy how they collected that. It's just bizarre because volume 1 has a blue spine. I don't know if you have these.
I have the paperback still.
And then all the other ones are orange and yellow. And I'm like, why did we do this? Like 2 through 4 orange and yellow. But I think that's a nice format. I enjoyed that. But yeah, I'll be collecting for sure. I can't recommend it enough. And you get so much. Like, this is such a great deal, to be honest with you, how much you get, how much world building. It's so new reader friendly. It's fun for people who have read. I'm excited to finish it up for sure.
Yeah, me too. I'm very excited to finish reading this because a lot of times I have a show with a co-host and we agree to read something, even though it's something I want to read, it's always homework. I feel like it's homework, even though it's something I want to read. And that's how this started out. But now it's part of my fun read. I don't feel the stress of needing to read it. I had genuine fun. Just like I read Gail Simone's Red Sonja last night, which I hadn't read.
It's great.
It is so great. And it was just like free reading because I didn't have to read it for any reason. And I thought, this book is awesome. I guess I never read it because I thought I did, but that book is just so much fun. She's putting on makeup at one point and goes into battle. It's very funny. I mean, it's
a good one.
Gail Simone's a perfect writer for Red Sonja. I forget why. Oh, because it was free reading and fun. Jewish Dragon's favorite Christmas films: Charlie Brown Christmas, and a close second is The Preacher's Wife, the Denzel Washington version. I am not familiar with that, but Logan agrees on The Preacher's Wife.
Yeah, we watched that a lot growing up. It's Whitney Houston, isn't it? Have you seen the Cary Grant movie, The Bishop's? I think it's called The Bishop's Wife.
40 years ago.
Yeah, it's like a modern version. Well, it's not modern anymore, but it was a modern version of it. I think it's from the 90s, if I remember correctly.
Everybody's bummed that I revealed that Clark Kent was Superman. Sorry, you guys. Sorry.
It was bold for you to put it out there like that.
Sorry, Batnessa. Sorry. Sazmurf, one of my favorite parts of the Superman era was how much they told the story of the supporting cast.
This is
every character. Yeah, every character seemed to have their own arc. Good point, Sazmurf.
Especially Jimmy. I have to shout, if you are a fan of Jimmy or you always want more Jimmy, this is a great little Jimmy stretch. He does so many little side quests in this book. It is fun. And he has some comedic moments, heartwarming moments. He throws an engagement party. It's so fun. I highly recommend it if you're a Jimmy fan.
Mogwai were the mean one. Gizmo was the cute one. There's a sequel? Frick.
Yeah.
F that. Prime, welcome. I just got the Superman Omnibus to upgrade my singles and trades. Yes. I've had a couple of those trades forever. Really wanted to support more Superman Omnis. Nice.
Yes, everyone buy this. If you have the money, buy it.
Yeah. People outraged and shocked about Clark. Sorry. Omnidog, will you be at Third Eye on Black Friday for the midnight sale? Going to try to find Batgirl, the Bronze Age Omni at a decent price. Paul, did I know you lived in this area? That's interesting. It's an hour away from me, and it starts at midnight. So Thanksgiving night at midnight is when Third Eye Comics has their sale. It's a big sale. It's like 50% off of like everything.
Wow.
And I went once in 2014, 2015. That was exhausting for me to drive at night an hour away, and then all this stimulation, because this was at the older store when I went, not the new big huge one, but the one right before it, Paul and Jessica. And they had stuff outside, they had all this stuff inside, and I got a bunch of great stuff. I got the Lois Lane bombshell for 50% off, which was a great price, and other stuff. But at 3 a.m., I really questioned my grip on reality. I was just so disoriented, so overstimulated, and I had an hour to drive back in the dark. Fortunately, at 3 a.m., there's not much traffic. But the answer is no, Paul. I will not be doing that again. If I live 15 minutes away, yeah, but it's not. If I live closer, yeah, I would definitely be a Wednesday warrior and everything, but I can't at this point. I saw a video. Clark goes to work without glasses. Oh my God, Superman. Clark puts his glasses on. Clark, you missed Superman. Take the glasses off. Superman. Sorry, Earth-1 Jess. Life and Adventures of Santa Claus is better than Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Well, I have enough grace in my heart to still extend sympathy towards you, James, for your problematic opinion. It's just not
problematic opinion.
The one I would say that you could put like close to on par with that is Year Without a Santa Claus, because I think the Heat Miser and the Cold Miser guy, that's a fun plot. So
I remember that one.
I would accept that.
I'm gonna go grab a Diet Coke real quick. You can do whatever you want for 10 seconds. Yeah, go crazy.
I want.
Get me canceled.
Whoa, okay. So what does everyone really think about Jess? Let's talk while he's gone. He'll never see this again. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Now I'm reading through, but I can't click on anything, so that's sad for all of you.
You wasted your chance. I'm right here.
Bar asked who, I think she meant to say who's watching, or no, how's watching Arcane going. This
what
is
time?
2:38.
2:38. Okay.
And she said, Jessica, do you watch Arcane? And that's a great question, Bar. And the answer is yes. I watched Arcane season 1 and I absolutely loved it, but that was 80 million years ago because we've had to wait forever. And you know who also loves Arcane is Crazed Cassowary. Also loves Arcane.
Oh, yeah.
Season 2 did just come out, but it's been so long since season 1 that I need to rewatch. And that is really high. I'm actually making a list of I think I'm going to take 2 days off of work that are not days when my parents are going to be here and just like binge a lot of shows. And that one's on there. And then Agatha All Along, I still have not watched.
Yeah, same.
I've heard it's so good. So I want to do that. And then there's a show on Hulu that's about the Troubles, like in Ireland, called, I think it's called Say Nothing or Say Anything. I think it's Say Nothing. Say Anything is the movie.
Can't be Say Anything. That's the John Cusack movie.
And those are the 3 I would love to make a dent in watching. But Arcane rules, Jess. If you haven't seen it, I think you would love it.
Last week, Bar told me about it. I watched the first 2 episodes. I am completely hooked.
Yes!
I loved it. I think tomorrow is a good day for me. Sunday, junior management's not coming over. The TV upstairs is going to be, my sister-in-law is going to be watching her football team. So I have to be down here anyway. So I can absolutely go for Arcane. I had a blast watching it. The first 2 episodes anyway. I really enjoyed it. Great recommendation, Bar. Thank you for recommending it.
Yeah, Arcane is great. I forgot about the day after Thanksgiving. Maybe that'll be my day after Thanksgiving, and I'll watch it then, because I'm off work that day.
I'm sorry you had to leave, Vanessa. There's no Batterday in the Arcane tonight or Batcave. Next week I have Larry's Library on, and besides being a guest, we're going to combine book club with that. We're reading Sub-Genre by Matt Kint. That will be our book for next week. Let's see. Speaking of Superman, I'm thinking of getting that Death of Superman compendium coming out next year. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Hot take. I love post-burn Superman more than burn Superman. Is that really a hot take?
I think I don't know if it's hot. It's lukewarm, maybe. So I think it's that's pretty common, right? No?
I don't know. I love everything. So
do you mean like what comes right after burn? Is that what's
I don't even that? Yeah, I don't remember what came right after post burn. What came right after MD?
No scary babies in a bathtub, so some kind of upgrade happened.
The art is what held me back from loving the stories in the Triangle Era Omni. No creative storytelling or techniques, unlike the Burn or Exile Omni stories. Well, we are of the opinion that the art is what helped it for us, I believe, if I can speak for both of us, because it was consistent and consistently really good. So,
yeah,
everybody has a different opinion. That's fine.
Yeah, I could say I don't know that there were too many crazy like choices made that were super creative as far as the art, so I could see that for sure, like if that's kind of what you're looking for. But I feel like the stories were so solid and the character stuff was so solid that all it needed was consistency. Sometimes what I really want out of the art is not to go ooh, which happens a lot when you're reading through a long run. You know what I mean? It's like honestly, consistency that's like just decent or solid is better for me than when it's like really uneven. That is like to me the most distracting thing. But I could see where I'd have to maybe when I read the second half of this, actually, I'll try to pay attention to see if there were any like creative choices made, because I could see that being a critique, that nothing's like taking big chances as far as layout or like point of view. Especially it was very straight on a lot of the time, which is probably why I was like, oh, it's a TV show. There isn't a lot of like crazy point of view changes or big splash, nothing like that. So that's true. Yeah, could see that.
Jess gurgling a drink saying my name is my favorite thing ever.
It was something.
Please put that. Awesome. I am super glad that I could help you. Reminds me of something out of Star Wars, just trying to say bar.
It was giving Chewbacca, yes. A little bit.
Now, this is a fair point. Spirostorm is interested in the material, but the book is too big. Let me get what I use to read. How did you read this? Did you put it on a table, or what did you do?
Yeah, I read it 3 different ways. I was texting Jess a little bit on my lunch breaks because I was reading. That was how I read mostly, which I sat at my kitchen table and read because I was eating. But I read it on the floor a few times where I was like a small child and put like a little pillow down and read it flat.
Were you sitting, as they used to say, quote, Indian style? Cross-legged?
No. Why balloons?
Because I went like that.
No. I was laying like on my stomach with like a pillow under my arms and then the book on the ground. But then I have like an ottoman, and so a lot of times I'll put my legs up on the ottoman and then sit the book like on my lap, and my legs like hold it kind of like this. So those are the 3 ways. I couldn't bring this one to bed though. Actually, Crazed Cassowary and I were texting one night, and she was like, "Are you up reading Superman?" And I was like, "Not in my bed. That's not a book I could bring in my bed to read. Have to have like a little library book there."
Spirostorm, this is what I use. It's a laptop pillow. I've got one upstairs too, and I've read books as big as Justice League Dark Rebirth, which is a 1,500 pager, which I need to continue reading. But this solves all my problems as far as big books, because it's very, I mean, I just rest the books on here and there's no problem reading them. I don't have to hunch over a table. I just sit in my chair, plonk the book right on this dude, and I love this thing. I really love this thing. If I was,
get one.
if I was super Gen Z or something, it's got a pillow for my phone.
If you were watching Anora, is that what it's called? On the regular?
Right, on the regular.
On the reg.
On the reg. Yeah.
There's almost no gutter loss in this book too.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because that is frustrating with these bigger ones. If there's gutter loss, that middle 20% is brutal. And I haven't kept going past where we were, but I have flipped through to look at like kind of what's coming. And there's like almost none, even with the middle page. So it is really well made. Of course, you can read this on the app if you really can't manage it, because it is such great material. But I think the Omnis, I mean, it's like a must own for me as far as like if you like Superman.
Yeah. But I get it. Some people just cannot read these big honkers. I get it. You spoiled Superman. Yeah, I know. Sorry. I swear my name is much sexier than his Jess says it. People don't usually sound like they're dying when they're saying it.
Wow. So much going on.
No, please don't call me Joker. You can call me Jester, but not Joker. Let's see. Oh, Elon's here and loves your tree.
Aw, Elon, it's so good to see your name pop up.
It is. I think I have a show. We need to put a date down, Elon. If you're still here, he and I are going to do a show about Christmas gift giving. What you can get people for Christmas. Yeah. My sister calls me Nessie. It's annoying. What if she how about Nessa? Is Nessa okay? Or do you just like Vanessa or that Nessa? The art, people playing football, better days in the Batcave. Yay, this is still going. Arcane. Okay, let's see. I answered Nessie's comment. No, I probably am. I will never use it. Sorry. Right. You can always check the Omnidog schedule channel because James posts it in there. I post it on my community tab on YouTube. Okay. There's no show. Have a good day, Nessa. It's good to see you. Have fun with your friends. She's still saying goodbye. I love it that it takes her so long to leave. I love that I can still this next question. This one's the Chris. I think that's a little too political for me. Your question, your statement of 240, peace and love, but I just don't want to get into that really. Saturday's Larry's library. KK, good. Vanessa still here, or have you really left? Speaking of that, still waiting for my Superman DC Finest to arrive. Perez's Wonder Woman feels very lived in too. I think that's why it's my favorite Wonder Woman run. Exile Omnibus has the same feel.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I agree. Perez's Wonder Woman is not my favorite, although I do really love it. And I totally agree. That feels super lived in. I totally agree with that.
I'd be happy to read that one at some point. What I'd really like to read after this is, if we could, if you're okay with this, is start to catch up on modern Superman after the War World saga.
Yeah, I actually would love that because I need to do that. I read the first. Well, no, I also read the Brainiac storyline that they did. I guess I got that far, so I'm pretty behind, and I would definitely like to catch up.
I haven't read
House of
anything since
Brainiac.
that just came out. I think I haven't read anything since Warworld. So
yeah, we can do that.
Oh, super! Thank you.
Super.
Thank you.
Mm.
I always loved Burns' Double Wonder Woman. I would say that's my favorite 1D run. Maybe I'm biased as he's my favorite artist. You are fine loving Burns' Wonder Woman. Good for you, buddy. Spiral Storm. I think it's you can love what you love. First time watching Jess on a show. Gotta come here more often, smiley face. Joe Cool, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Please show up more often. Burns also my favorite, the master of drawing hair. See y'all. Gotta go find something to eat before fasting tomorrow when I'll get drugged with anesthesia. Wait, what? What's happening?
Whoa, must be having a surgery.
What the hell are you talking about? I didn't say you could have any surgery. What is happening here?
Good luck with your surgery, but I hope it goes well.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to text you in Discord and find out just what the heck's going on, young lady. Burn. Rami says, as a new reader, Dan Jurgen's art is so good. Yeah. Oh, dude, there's going to be 10 volumes. Seriously.
I just hope they come out at like a reasonable pace. That's my hope. What do you think? I mean, at least one a year, but you think we could get 2 a year? You think that's a lot to ask?
We haven't even started freaking Bronze Age Superman and Batman. I don't know what the holdup is. Those should be coming out like 3 a year.
Yeah.
We're never going to get to the Bronze Age in my lifetime at this rate. The first Batman Silver Age is 1955 through 1957. What? That's like 5 volumes to go. They just need to start at the Bronze Age. Get going. It's a holdup.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. If I have a gripe, that's my biggest gripe.
That and Gremlins. You're angry. You're livid. You're spiteful. It's all of it.
I just thought it was mean-spirited.
It was just the way I really do need you to rewind later and listen to the tone you use. It was unlike a tone I've probably ever heard you use.
Really?
It was like, yeah, you really
James,
hate Gremlins.
James, could you do me a favor, please, and clip that along with my gurgling bar's name? I would appreciate it. Thank you, and I will see about that. And I still think it's. I don't know why I think this is so interesting, but the fact that in Israel they say y'all. I would never have thought that y'all was a universal concept.
Y'all means all.
I don't know that I ever heard it growing up in California.
I think it's becoming more universal, like the last 5 or 6 years. I say it a lot, but I also live in the heart of y'all. So,
yeah, I say it a lot.
I just realized.
Oh my God, y'all. Yeah,
funny.
you say it a lot. Is that all it says, y'all?
Yeah, there's this great shop, highly recommended. They have very funny merch. This one's Kentucky for Kentucky. And these shirts got very popular. Talk about universal. Because George Clooney is from Kentucky, and so he's worn the t-shirt version of this, and so other celebrities, like Adam Sandler was wearing one the other day. Random celebrities own this. Yeah, like I have this sweatshirt, but own like a t-shirt version of this. Very random. So yeah, y'all is universal. Y'all means all. Anyone can use it.
Is that a hoodie or just a regular sweatshirt?
Just like a crew neck, like a thin sweatshirt. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, James, thank you for repping Kentucky for Kentucky. The guys will pursue. This is also, if you saw the movie Cocaine Bear,
I
the real Cocaine
haven't.
Bear lives here in Kentucky, and he lives in that shop, in the Kentucky for Kentucky shop.
Okay, wait. Say the first part of that again.
Cocaine Bear is based on a true story.
Yeah.
And supposedly, it's probably not real. The taxidermy Cocaine Bear lives inside the Kentucky for Kentucky storefront here.
Oh.
And so they sell Cocaine Bear merch because they have the Cocaine Bear in their store.
So wish you had just stopped at cocaine and just said they also sell cocaine there.
They don't. They do not. But there is if you love Cocaine Bear, the merch that I think is the funniest in that shop is they have a Cocaine Bear snow globe. And so obviously the hot stuff is the cocaine.
That's hilarious. I need to watch that with my daughter. I mean, that just Elizabeth Banks is a good director, I think. I saw her
fun, yeah.
I saw her Charlie's Angels, and I really loved that movie. I thought Charlie's Angels was great. So I like Elizabeth Banks. Joe Cool is agreeing with us. Byrne doesn't draw kids right. Oh, Matt's leaving. Thanks for joining, Matt. Look at this. James, could you clip this? Jess is a brilliant man. That is, thank you so much.
Brilliant and a little spiteful sometimes. Just sometimes.
Oh, there's Craze Cassowary with her doggy and cat. That's so cute. Is that hers?
Yes.
Those are hers?
Yep.
That's so sweet. Hulu, Say Nothing.
Yeah, that was the Troubles show. I was trying to remember if it was Say Anything or Say Nothing.
Right.
Yep, it's getting good reviews, so heavy material, but I'm looking forward to watching that one.
Oh, yeah, I'll put I link this often in the chat, the laptop easel. Thank you, James. I will put a link for it. It's from Amazon. It's like $40, which sounds like a lot, but just reading one book on that thing, you'll say money well spent. Watching this stream really makes me want to read my Kurt Swan issues with good reason. Here's my Discord again. Thank you. Don't call yourself Batnessa in Germany. It sounds like someone who wets their bed. Not kidding. Wow. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Just in case I ever go to Germany with Batnessa. Prime, well said, Jess won. This was written with the Marvel formula of everyday superhero life.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I know why there's that, like, I say a truth universally acknowledged, to borrow from Jane Austen, that people really are like, oh, Marvel's like more grounded and DC's more big gods. I think that's a bit of an overstatement. Like, for me personally, I think that's a little exaggerated, especially when you look at, it depends on what era we're talking about, etc. But I will agree that especially for Superman, there is a tendency in modern Superman to overemphasize like the big fight stuff, like a lot of cosmic things. Like, I feel like it leans into that more often than I would like. And so I would agree that there's more grounded material in here than you often see, which isn't always true, because the Tomasi stuff is very modern, has a lot of grounded stuff. But I also think sometimes whether it's Superman or action, they'll usually choose one. It's usually action, of course, that's more of the like monster of the week big storyline, and then rely on the other. But the problem is, in modern times, I feel like not everyone is reading both at the same time because of the way we read, and so that gets lost. That balance kind of gets lost if you divide it up that way. Right.
Okay. I thought people love Byrne's Superman. I personally don't love it too much. Exile, Triangle, Eric Clark is just a nicer guy. Yeah, I'd like to read Exile with you. I actually haven't ever read it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's a pretty good Superman cameo in the Question 1, which came out this week. How Renee reacted to seeing him explains how much he is revered. Wait till this material gets DC Finest. It'll probably be like 25 trades. You're probably right.
More than that, yeah.
I would love the Triangle era to come out twice a year and also an Omni for post-Exile, pre-Triangle. Yeah, you're right. Hopefully the sales support it. Yes.
And everyone go buy this. There's probably going to be a Black Friday sale somewhere. Buy this Omni.
Oh, good heavens.
Here we go. Good segue.
Here we go. Organic price books. Use code Omnidog if you want to get this book for $2 off. Super huge savings. And yes, I use my own code myself. 5% off shipping 4 or more books together. Omnidog sit. Nice. Okay. I'm from Kentucky. Everybody's from Kentucky. What the hell?
As it should be.
People don't know thou for singular anymore, so they need y'all for plural. Thou. How art thou? How are y'all?
How are y'all?
How are y'all?
How are y'all?
I feel like, yeah, it originated in the South.
Yeah, it's a contraction of you all.
Y'all here.
Are you all here? Yeah.
Kentucky Forky. Thank you.
Kentucky for Kentucky.
That's amazing. James just found it and put it up. James, you are a remarkable person.
Wow, James. Okay, James. I see your comment later. Just so you know, I see it. I'm going to let it go because you supported my local business by putting this link in the chat. But we all know that's blasphemy that you just put in there at 317. But I'm going to move on, James, because, again, I have grace and mercy in my heart for you and your
this one, he's always,
opinions.
Yeah. Also, I picked up y'all from Twitter, and it stuck with me.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, I'm not having surgery. I'm getting a camera inserted. Oh, you're getting an endoscopy. Okay. It's best to be numbed out when it happens. Yes, it is. I had an endoscopy back in the 80s without anesthesia, without anything. That was one of the worst experiences of my life. I had an endoscopy this summer, knocked me right out with propofol. That was great. They didn't find anything, so that's even better. Yeah. Okay, there's somebody not from Kentucky, but I swear Kentucky seems like a hotbed of comics fans. I mean, you and Omar and Maddie can all just get together and watch a movie, and there's like 20 other people that I can think of that live right next to you guys.
Well, to quote Daniel Boone, Kentucky must be a heaven kind of place, or heaven must be a Kentucky kind of place. So, yeah, it's a haven. Would recommend.
Would recommend. 10 out of 10, no notes, as Bunk would say.
There are some notes. No, there are always notes, just to be clear. We have problems, but it's a great place.
Let's see. Yeah, y'all is global, at least in non-English speaking countries. Even people in India say it. I think the internet has made things like this more common. It's just another contraction for us.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like the internet globalizes language super quickly.
Yeah. Okay, Kentucky. Bronze Age is such good material, especially the beginning. Batman and Detective are incredible, and Kurt Swan's Superman era, ooh, yeah, is absolutely fun. Yes, it is. Insane it's not been collected. Correct. And I agree, Gremlins disgust me. Chris, where have you been all my life? We agree on so much. Y'all gear. Oh, I haven't seen this. 6 Feet Under. Hopefully it's as good as people say it is.
It's better. I don't know what you've heard, but it's better. It has the best finale, probably, of any show I've ever watched.
Now, is it that or Pushing Daisies that has Kristen Chenoweth?
Pushing Daisies, which is also super fun. But Pushing Daisies doesn't have a proper finale because it was canceled after 2 seasons. But that is a super fun show. Highly recommend.
I love Kristen Chenoweth. So, I know, Max. I know you love that movie. I'm sorry. and apparently I aggressively dislike it, according to
spiteful. Spiteful is the word I'm choosing.
Wow.
Really, yeah, it was something about your tone. I've never seen anything like that from you before. It was a lot.
It was a lot. Alex, DC has Denny O'Neil, the most grounded writer ever. Jerry Conway's 70s JSA stuff feels like that Marvel formula.
I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. I did read it. I did read it. About the y'all? Yeah.
No, it was about this her procedure.
Oh.
Yeah.
What state are you in or from, Jess? I am from California, and I currently reside in Virginia. Currently meaning 35 years I've been here.
Oh, wow.
So, like, almost half my life. Okay, good. Bar's not getting surgery. Actively. I'm just going through anything that I might have missed. I think this needs highlighting again. Yeah, Joe Cool.
Also, every time I see Joe Cool, I picture Snoopy in that Joe Cool red shirt.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking about every single time.
I have to tell my daughter I'm recording something. No regret. Don't spoil. Okay, wait. Did we say this enough? Okay, yeah, we have.
Let's do it one more time, just for good vibes.
I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll do that with.
Okay, there we go.
This.
Hey.
That's the perfect one. There we go, James. You can clip that all day long. Or was that okay? And do volume 2. Rafa is asking Jessica, do you have the collected 100 Bullets books 1 to 5?
Never read them.
Okay.
0, but I'm not opposed to it. I know what you're talking about, of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, this we can clip this one too, James. Rahul, right on.
Wow.
I'm not sure who this was. He's great as soon as it, and if he gets to the point. Is that me, or they were talking about John Byrne above that?
I believe
he seems like a real cool guy. He's great as soon as it, and if he gets to the point. Well, this show is mostly tangents. We don't talk about the point, actually, Karsten, very often. We're actually done with the point. I like to. These, yeah, buy it. We loved it.
We're not done till you buy it. We're gonna. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we're only a third of the way through, and we love it, and are saying, please get it.
Yes, please.
Okay, Exile and Other Stories, The Laptop, Kurt Swan, Batnessa Bedwetter. Yep. Oh, Max is sad. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Y'all and things and bar and a lot of Kentucky comics readers are online. Hard to find them in real life wise. I don't have. I mean, this is why I love StreamYard and YouTube, because this is the only way I can connect with other comics readers. I don't have, except for the 3 little boys that live 2 doors. Actually, this is a pretty wholesome story, Jessica. I'll tell you this. These are the owners of Lily, the cat, 2 doors down.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Mom and stepdad, and boys are 13, 10, and 7. We had a bunch of firewood. Karsten, I'm way off the point now, so this is a complete tangent, just so you know. We had a load of firewood dumped in the front, and my back at the time, and still is bothering me. So we hired the 13-year-old to bring it down here where it's stored. In the shed where we keep most of the wood are also my boxes for all my statues. So he, at one point when he was close to finish, said, who owns all these boxes? And I said, oh, this is all my stuff. When you're done, you can take a look in the basement if you'd like. And he goes, okay, yeah, that sounds cool. Very nice kid. So then his middle brother helps him finish up and does enough work that I feel like I should pay him too, which I did. And I said, do you guys want to come in and check it out? They were amazed at everything. They were just absolutely gobsmacked, if I can use a Brit word, at the comics, at the statues, the action figures. And I had a huge box. I have a couple of boxes of stuff I need to take to Second and Charles. Plus, I have action figures still in the box that I need to sell. I don't have the room for them anymore. Mm-hmm. So I need to sell them, but they're at the point. These ones are on eBay. They're like $12, and after the fees and shipping and stuff, I'm gonna be doing a big donation to Toys for Tots this year. So I just started asking them, who are you guys? Do you guys like comics? Who do you like? And so they started listing the people they liked, mostly Marvel, I think, because of the Marvel movies.
Yeah, sure.
And I just got some grocery bags and I said, would you like this action figure? Would you like this action figure? How about this book? Would you like this book? And they were so polite and so grateful and so sweet that I just kept, I told Patty afterwards, what is this feeling? Is this what kindness feels like? I'm overwhelmed with this. I gave them each probably 5 action figures still in the box. I gave them a ton of books. I even gave them the first Miles Morales Omnibus, because that's the one where the page block is pulled away from the binding is pulled away. And it would just take me 10 seconds to get the proper glue and put it back together. But when he said Miles Morales, I thought, well, you should have this omnibus then. I'm gonna get a new copy anyway. I'd rather you had it. And so they were so grateful, so polite. And so then I saw them out front. And let me show you a couple of the things they brought me as gifts.
Oh my goodness.
They wanted to give me gifts. And their basement is a Lego video game. That's where the boy cave is. Cute. And so they gave me this Venom.
That's cool.
You can't really see it, but inside his teeth are green thingies that represent the slime and stuff.
Cool.
You can't really see it, but yeah, they gave me this, which upper management won't let me put upstairs with everything else. I mean, come on.
I don't understand why.
Yeah, what? So Venom is really cool. They gave me a dinosaur also. They gave me the Child and the Mandalorian, which actually are upstairs. And they gave me this Batmobile from the Pattinson movie. And the wheels, really work. So they were kind right back to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And the littlest one said, after he saw the haul they brought back, because we met with the mom outside, lovely person. And the littlest one said, I want to make sure I'm included on the next job he has.
Love it.
Yeah. So it was it was really great.
That's awesome. Yeah, I hope you could be like their little mentor, their comics mentor.
I would love that.
Cool.
I'm hoping so. I really am hoping so. I ate a toasted sandwich, but I don't think that's keep me full until tomorrow evening.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a best Christmas comic stream? Batman 219 is a really good one. Silent Night of the Batman. There's a Frank Miller one. Is that one? So is Batman 309. Okay, wait. Let me copy this. So that's a really good. I know there's also some duck comics. There are duck comics that like A Christmas in Shacktown or whatever it is. That's a good idea. Christmas comics. I remember in the 80s, late 80s, there was Homeless for the Holidays, a Superman Christmas one. I don't know if I have enough. Well, there's also Klaus. I don't know. Well, I'll have to think about that one, Paul. But I know Alon and I are going to do well, we better get at it soon because Christmas is about 2 seconds away. It feels like.
I was thinking about this because there's of course a sort of Christmas issue in what we just read, and I was trying to remember when we did our first Superman show because I remember we read a random one-off, like the first Superman Christmas issue. Remember?
Oh yeah,
digitally.
Was that like a Golden Age one?
Yeah, so I think it might have been around Christmas time that we did our first Superman show. I was thinking about that.
I have that digitally. I downloaded it. I mean, I downloaded it and I have it in my favorites on the DC app. I forgot that we covered that. That was fun.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Okay, Paul, I will definitely think about that. Christmas comics. Pushing Daisies was so good.
So good.
Hard agree on 6 Feet Under. It's flat out amazing.
Yeah, and warning if anyone's like, now I want to watch 6 Feet Under. There's this gimmicky thing they do. I believe it's only in the pilot. I don't even think it gets to episode 2, where they have these little commercials because it's about a family that runs a funeral parlor. So it's like embalming fluid, kind of like has its own poppy commercial. And I think it's a little annoying. Other people really liked it, but they don't continue it past episode 1. So if you don't like that, it goes away very quickly. But yeah, highly recommend. 6 Feet Under is great.
Max, I found Jess's review of Gremlins very mean-spirited. Never rewatching it.
Wow.
What my review?
Don't let Jess turn you away. He just has a weird. It just gets on his nerves for some reason.
Yeah, I need to see that clip too. Love Pushing Daisies.
It's great.
Joe Cool is generally happy, which I like to see. Oh, I've already bought it. Good. I'll go to Omar's house and raid his collection. So there's no Kentucky Fried Comics? No, but there's a great movie called Kentucky Fried Movie. That is a great movie.
That team goes on to make one of the best movies, kind of inappropriate, but still love it, Airplane.
Airplane. Okay. Yeah. Man, we vibe. I love Kentucky Fried Movie. I loved Airplane.
Kentucky Fried Comics, though, is a great name. And now I am kind of mad there's no shop here called that. But we actually don't.
Oh, that would be a great name for a shop.
KFC is definitely not the most popular chicken here, though. We love Lee's and we love Indies, I would say, as our top 2 chickens as a state. Spiral Storm might be able to back me up on this. Kentucky Fried Chicken's fine, although I have learned in other countries it tastes different. I have a short kind of, I think it's funny story or cute story. I work in refugee resettlement. At the time, I was working at an agency on the ground, and one of my coworkers was from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, or the DRC. And
Congo, okay.
Yeah, and we were chatting over lunch because she came as a refugee, and she'd been in the U.S. like 5 or 6 years at this point. And she was I was like, what are you doing this weekend? She's like, well, we're going to the Kentucky Fried Chicken Museum because you can go to the original KFC. They have a museum, etc.
Cool.
And I was like, wow. And I was like, I didn't know you loved KFC. She's like, well, I hate American KFC, but I want to see the first one. And I was like, what do you mean you hate the American KFC? And she told me that when she was living in Namibia for a short time, that on payday, you would see a line out the door outside every KFC because people every time they got paid, would go to KFC. And she would do the same, and she loved it, and her family loved it. And then when they moved to the US and they found out they were coming to Kentucky, because as refugees, you don't really choose necessarily where you go. The only thing they knew was KFC. And so when she got her first paycheck here in the US, they went to a KFC, and she said it was the nastiest thing she's ever tasted in her life. And it was that day that I started looking it up. And sure enough, KFC is different. Not just like they have different menu items, but the chicken actually tastes different in different countries. And I believe the US has probably the worst KFC based on what I've been reading. Other immigrants who tell like, oh, we went to KFC in India and then I had KFC here and it was terrible. And I was like, okay, so we eat Lee's and Indy's chicken more, but certainly there's a lot of KFC. And Kentucky Fried Comics is a great name, and someone should open that as a comic shop.
And we also learned that we need to go to Namibia. The where again?
Namibia. It is on my bucket list. It's near South Africa, which I'd like to go to because they have a lot of historical stuff I want to see. But one thing you can do in Namibia that's on my life bucket list is sand surfing. So they have a lot of sand dunes.
Like down sand dunes?
Mm-hmm. So you wear goggles and like this thing that protects so you don't breathe it in, but you can like surf down the sand dunes, and that's like on my bucket list for life.
I would do that.
Yeah. Let's sand dune in Namibia sometime.
Let's go sand duning Kentucky Fried Chicken eating. Mm-hmm. Can I be on your bucket list to do that?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I want to know. Yeah. Why do we have the sucky Kentucky Fried Chicken? That's crazy talk.
But if you ever make your pilgrimage out here to Kentucky, you can go to the original KFC if you would like, just to see what the vibes are.
Well, I liked it until I found out that we have the sucky chicken. Now, have you ever been? I haven't been to Cane's. Do you have a Cane's?
Yeah, I love Cane's. Cane's chicken. Well, it's very different than the vibe of KFC, Lee's, and Indy's. Those are usually bone-in chicken places where you can get boneless, but like fried chicken on a bone is like the thing. Mm-hmm. Cane's is boneless, and they only make like 4 things, and they do them all perfectly. The chicken is always so tender, so moist. The breading is perfect, and I love their sauce. Cane's is one of my favorite fast food places.
And so what else? Do they make fries?
Yeah, like the 3 or 4 things they make are the chicken, cane sauce, toast, thick toast, like Texas toast, fries, crinkle fries, and coleslaw. I think that's really all you can get at Cane's.
I think there's a Cane's opening up near me. I also had Jollibee for the first time. Cycle Cleveland sent it to me.
Oh, yes. I had it when I was a kid. I don't know if there are any where I live now. To look it up.
Yeah, it's pretty far away from me. William Lee paid me off a bet I won with him about Superman Silver Age. He said for sure it was going to get red tag sailed on IST within a month, and I gave him like 6 months. I said this is not getting red tagged, and I won the bet. And honorable man that he is, William Lee sent me a gift certificate to Jollibee, but it's like 40 minutes away.
That's not terrible though, for like if you can find other things to do in the town or city.
Yeah, it's where a lot of stuff is. It's just Cycle Cleveland that night sent DoorDashed me a bunch of stuff from Jollibee's.
Nice.
And that spicy chicken is delicious.
Oh.
Wow.
Let's see where the closest one to me is.
He sent me he's so great. He's insane. He sent me a sandwich, a fried chicken sandwich. It was good, but when I tasted the spicy chicken, that was next level. Really good, perfectly spiced. And gravy. I think there were fries in there too.
Oh, this is different than what I was thinking. I think I was thinking of a different restaurant.
It's from the Philippines. Yeah.
Yeah, this is different than I was thinking. Okay.
And I've been warned away from the spaghetti there. It's very much from the Philippines. It's like a sweet sauce.
Oh.
And I think the American palate is not. It's got hot dogs cut up in it or something. I think it's best to stick to chicken.
Yeah, Virginia is probably the closest location to me. Alexandria, Virginia Beach. Yeah.
Right here, Alexandria. Where is it? Yep. Does it give it an address?
In Alexandria, it's on Beauregard Street.
Okay.
And then, is this Chantilly? Chantilly?
Yeah. We're okay. I thought we were talking about Canes. We're talking about Jolly. Yeah.
No, I can't find it.
Yeah, that's fine. I know the Beauregard location is like 45 minutes away.
Okay. Yeah. They got Canes, Richmond, Glen Allen, Falls Church.
Sterling. That's too far away. Falls Church is too far away.
Charlottesville.
Way too far away.
There's a whole bunch.
Because now you've got me interested in Canes.
Oh, you got to go to Canes. I love Canes. For sure. That's one I wouldn't DoorDash, though, because I feel like you just want the crispiness perfect on that.
Yeah. French fries DoorDash are a non-starter, really, for me. You've got to eat French fries as soon as they're handed to you.
Oh, Spiral Storm at 3:37. See, I told you. Yes, Lee's is the big place around here. Totally. It's either you're a Lee's person or an Indies person if you live in Kentucky. In Berea, which is a beautiful area, where I'm from, the Lee's and KFC across the street from each other. Yep. Lee's is always busier, more business than Popeyes. Yep. Lee's and Indies.
Is Lee's a chain?
Yeah, they're both chains. Yep.
And how do you spell Indies?
INDIES, I think.
Like the comics.
INDI apostrophe S. There's only a few of those, though. That one's not a chain. Lee's is a chain, though.
Oh, here's Cycle right here. Yep. Oh, you missed a lot of tangents, buddy, but we're talking about you now. Airplane is the best. Oh, and that team went on to make the Naked Gun movies, which are also great. And Police Squad, which only got 7 seasons before stupid ABC canceled it, is what Naked Gun spins out of. Last time I rewatched it was on the plane to Chicago because, of course, Christmas in Shacktown must be the greatest Christmas comic ever. That's the Duck comic. Yeah, I agree. I like the Christmas one with Spider-Man and Sandman. Okay, I'll have to look that one up. Eric Larson, Lego Venom. Yes. Very much so. And this is going up Thanksgiving. I'm finding a place for this Thanksgiving Day.
You should, you know how kids would make those turkeys where they trace their hands? You should do that and just put it on the back of his head.
That's awesome. With construction paper.
Love it.
Chris says, Van Nuys kid here, Jess, Notre Dame High School, Golden Apple, and the Galleria defined my youth. Famous Amos on Sunset. I knew I recognized you, LOL. Golden Apple is where I found Dark Knight Returns back in 1985. I lived in LA for 8 months before I moved out here. I read about Dark Knight Returns in the newspaper, the Los Angeles Times, and I read the article and I was like, whoa, this is what got me back into comics. I hadn't read comics since 75. It was Bronze Age Justice League made me leave comics. It was just not for me. So I went to Golden Apple and I said, I'm looking for this comic about Batman, Dark Knight Returns. He's like Clint Eastwood or something. I don't know anything about it. And so the owner tells me about Dark Knight Returns. He is totally like comic guy from The Simpsons. A little taller, but he's totally like worst episode ever. So he he started quizzing me. There was a copy. It had only been out like a couple weeks and he already had it had 2 printings. So it had been out a couple months at that point, at least maybe 3 months, whatever. But he had the first printing already for $50, $50 for a $4.95 comic in prestige format. And he said, well, I have a copy here for $50, or I have the second printing, which you can have for $4.95. And he started quizzing me on Batman. And it was like a game show. And I started answering all his questions properly. I knew Joe Chill killed Batman's parents. I answered all his questions, and he goes, "You may have this first printing of Dark Knight Returns for $20 if you like." And I said, "Done, let's go." And so that's what got me back into comics, that and Watchmen,
Wow.
85, 86. So I am familiar with Golden Apple, not the worst comic store ever. Airplane tangents. Yeah, I feel like too. I have a feeling any business whose name starts with Kentucky Fried would get sued, even if they still won. So very expensive. But Kentucky Fried Movie never got sued that I know of.
Yeah, and I think if I remember right, I used to be like very into this at one point, but I think the guys who made those movies started in a improv or stage group called Kentucky Fried Theater as well.
Oh yeah,
So.
yeah. I just got a message from Jake who thinks that we've been going too long.
I know. I probably do need to get ready for the second half of the day.
Okay. Let's wrap this up then. I've had a blast. So that's
it's been great.
Lee's. It's a bit like Coca-Cola. It doesn't taste the same everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the Coca-Cola tastes better at McDonald's.
Oh my God.
They have a special formula for it so that it tastes better because it's made to withstand all the ice that people use. So it's even more Coca-Cola-y than out of the can itself, and not Diet Coke, real Coke.
The McDonald's Diet Coke is also, in my opinion, the superior Diet Coke as well.
So they must do the same thing.
Yeah. I love a McDonald's Diet Coke could fix almost anything wrong in my day, as far as I'm concerned. If somebody showed up with a large McDonald's Diet Coke, that's true love. That's really like taking care of your neighbor.
Can I okay, so when we meet here and we go to Jollibee's, before we go to the Congo for our Kentucky Fried Chicken, if I give you a Diet Coke from McDonald's, that will seal our friendship.
That seals the friendship for life. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I'm putting that in my back pocket. I'm remembering that now.
Yeah.
I'm actually now dreaming about the KFC I've eaten in the Caribbean.
We are going to eat KFC in so many places that are not here.
I've read Dungeon by Snyder Sherman, driven to work, and got to 2 calls, and you're still streaming. Yeah, that's kind of how we roll. This is a lot of fun.
But next Saturday, we'll be talking about...
Yeah, that's
Harley
right.
And Harley.
I better get that on my calendar. That's actually very exciting for me. Mm-hmm. Now, that's not old reader, new reader. That's just a special Maddie episode. Oh, a fangirl?
It's probably a fangirls. You're going to be a fangirl.
I will promote the hell out of that show.
But I also read finally this, so we do need to at least text about that. We're not going to have time to get into it, but we got to talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
Those are the 2 good things I've read, I think, since we last did a stream. It's been a slow-going comics season for me. I'm hoping I find a few gems before the end of the year, but we'll see.
Oh, I have a couple gems I can recommend. Yeah. You know what we can do? We can always either FaceTime, or I can set up a private stream for us where it's just us having a cup of coffee and talking about comics. And we can do that with Beneath the Trees. Yeah,
I would definitely like to talk about that one for sure.
Okay, well, I see that in our future then. Good. Wow, it's really easy to create a tangent here. It was just supposed to be a bad pun. Nope, this show is mostly tangents and a topic. I work at the Meijer in Richmond. The Canes is right there. Well, nice. Richmond's 2 hours away from me.
I think she means Richmond, Kentucky. Or they mean Richmond, Kentucky.
Oh, Richmond, Kentucky. There's a Richmond, Kentucky? Okay.
Yeah, we got our own Richmond here. Don't you worry. Actually, It was funny when Craze Cassowary was visiting with her family. They're from the Pacific Northwest, and they mostly all are from the West Coast, or like farther west anyways. And of course, on the East Coast, most states have very similar city names. Like there's a Springfield everywhere,
Yeah.
etc. And so we have in Kentucky a Paris and Athens, but they say Athens, a Versailles, but they say Versailles. Boston, like we have all these city names that are everywhere else. She's like, you guys just can't be original down here. And I'm like, it's like the whole East Coast though, because it was like old timey people would go settle somewhere and they'd be like, wow, this is New Boston, new whatever. Totally.
Was it the Detroit era jail stuff that made you quit? Just no, it was before that. It was just regular Bronze Age time period of Superman family, Bat family. I was like 16 or 17. I was playing golf and thinking about nothing but girls. So I had outgrown them at that point. And so 8 years later, comics grew up, I guess, and they pulled me right back in. Comic guy is the best. I love Jess's impression. Have you seen Simpsons? Did you know?
I haven't seen what this reference is, so I'll have to look at it.
Yeah. I think I do a pretty good comic guy. Thank you, Rahul. That's the scary thing. Many comic shop owners really are like that. Shoot, I forgot his name already. Paul, was it Paul that said he's going to Third Eye? No, I'm sorry. That was way back. Third Eye is absolutely not like that. That's why they're so successful. Steve, the owner, I think he has 5 other stores now, and they sell everything possible, but they have huge business in floppies. They sell an incredible amount of floppies. They're always promoting stuff. That guy runs his business right. As soon as you walk in the door, it's, hi, how are you? Welcome to Third Eye, without a doubt. So that has to be a rule. As soon as you open the door, you are greeted and somebody comes right up to you and says, please let me know if I can help. And the customer service there is A+, completely clean. Everything's laid out great. So that is the store is just incredible. Okay, we're losing Karsten. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Chris, no joke. In 1985, Frank Miller bumped into me as he was leaving Golden Apple, and I had him sign my DKR3. There was a promotion for Electra with Miller and Sienkiewicz. Wow. Cool. Looking forward to part 2 of the Triangle Era discussion. So are we. We are excited. This is true, Jake. You're right. I heard they also use a wider straw so you get more flavor. Thank you for the stream, Jess and Jessica. Have a nice weekend. Yes, we are wrapping up. Can you give me 5 more minutes and we'll make it an even 3 hours?
Yeah, of course.
Murder Bear. Where'd that?
Oh, I think it was Beneath the Trees reference.
Oh, yeah. Murder Bear. We're having fun, Jake. Yeah. Hit 2 different college football parlays. Still gambling, Harvey. What am I going to do with you? Do you have enough? Have you made enough money to send me any food? You could also talk about it and post it on YouTube after you are done. It's a private conversation. So I think I'd like to do private conversations with people. I think that sounds fun. Just have a cup of coffee, talk about comics. Great show. Bye.
Bye.
Chris, I'm not being a bad guy. Just feels bad whenever. Oh, Jake shows at 4. Okay. Totally. Yeah, that is actually fine. Thank you, Jake. I had completely lost track. After this, go to Jake's channel, The Brave and the Boys, where they go over what's being released this week. That's a weekly show at 4 with Chris Balga, one of the nicest guys in the world. Yeah, Jake, thank you for reminding me. I apologize. Richmond, Kentucky, yes. Chat, make Jess join our show. Oh, it's Dom. Oh, Dom of X and the other part of Brave and Boys, Jordan. Okay. make Jess join our show. No, I can't. I can't. I just did 3 hours here. I got to go eat something, and I want to watch my football team. I'm not telling anybody what my football team is because I don't want it spoiled. But I might do it next week. I'm always happy to join your show, Jake. Texas, Kentucky, Frankfurt. Do you have a Lisbon?
No.
I don't think so. There is a town called, is it Constantine or Constantine?
Yeah, I was wondering that too when Spiral put that in the chat. I think it's Constantine, but I could be wrong. I don't know anyone from there.
Omnidog's all Discord. 4 more parlays. This is still going. Yeah, we're wrapping up right now, Bar. So yeah, actually, I'm all caught up with the chat. So this is probably a good place to sign off. Jessica, lovely person. Always happy to have you on and talk Superman. I'm actually looking forward to maybe a little coffee talk on where. Wait, what did we? Oh, Beneath the Trees. We could have our own little private. Yeah, that'd be good.
Coffee chat.
Yeah,
we'll talk about Harleen in a week. It's gonna be solid.
That I am super excited to talk about Harleen with Bar and Maddie and Jessica next week at 1:00 on Fangirls.
Yeah,
Fangirls Assemble.
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
It's probably on Fangirls on the Omnibus Collectors Network. You're welcome, Rahul. Oh, Doc Elevator, didn't know you were here. Great, thank you for joining. Always good to have you. Joe Cool, always great to have you. Now that you're actively watching, good to meet you, Earth-1 Jess.
No,
yes, we love our chatters. Always nice to have good chatters.
Absolutely.
And here is the Omnibus Collectors Network. Well, that's for Omnibros Live. Thank you. Peace and love Monday and Friday at 8 p.m. But Fangirls is its own thing. Jake was here.
Sis. Yours will have balloons.
Oh. It's a little face making peace signs. Where am I? Yeah. Come on. What are you doing? Oh, there's confetti. Here's balloons. Come on, balloons. What are you doing?
2 must be confetti and 1 is balloons.
Yeah. And it's what the?
They said, not today. You shouldn't have been so nasty about Gremlins earlier.
You're definitely taking that personally, I feel.
It was just like kind of crazy.
I have to hear it back.
I love the tone. You have to hear it back.
I really have to hear it back. Hey, here's Hondo from the Bay Area. I'm going to read Harleen this week because I'm on a Thanksgiving break and have a little time. And you can tune into Fangirls. Fangirls Assemble is on Omnibus Collectors Network. Yes, it's on Fangirls. Jess is the biggest fangirl. Which Jess? We're both
obviously
fangirls.
You. I mean, it's obviously you. But
I am totally fangirling over Harleen and Maddie and Jessica and Bar. It's going to be super fun. Yeah, this was fun. So we're going to sign off with play us out with my song, my animated song that Redcoat Turncoat did for me and Geo animated. You think I used up all the balloons? I think I also have Dazzler.
Wow.
Yeah. Iconic. And I think 2 thumbs up. What's 2 thumbs up? Oh, fireworks. Okay, so I will use our music to play us out. Always great having you, Jessica. Description below has where you can find me, clickable links and stuff. And peace and love. This was a lot of fun. Always good to do a show with Jess, Earth-1 Jess. And I will now sign off. Peace and love, everyone. Be kind. Be kind. It gives you a good feeling, I found out. Be nice to I'll do this one last time before I play us out. There we go. And now we are going to be leaving. We love you all. Peace and love.
Still one more. Roll! Omnidog! Hey! Paddington likes Lumberjanes and Steven. Jess likes to grow Jimmy Olsen.